Okay, recording is now on. I see two.
Mic check, mic check.
Yeah, bet. Get my 7-year YouTube and Twitch account banned any percent speed run.
I don't know why. Dust will be here, apparently.
Oh?
General. Or not general, whatever it is. Lancer Ghost.
Oh, the general. Okay, got you.
We have like 30 minutes. Cool.
By an hour, actually.
It's Dust time, so an hour.
Well, she's 30 minutes when she's back from work, but you have to remember we typically start at 5. So. Let me think here. Okay, all right, you know what? We can make this work. I have an idea, and yeah, we can make this work. All right, can we get everyone into the roll 20, please? We'll go ahead and get started.
Who's missing?
We are currently missing. We've got Aiden. We've got Newt. So we're missing Pyroroni.
Fucking weak link.
Jesus. Holy shit. Okay, Aiden. Just playing games with the man, and now you start swinging on him like that. Yeesh.
Ban.
Oh. Boom. And then Pyro did not let that slide.
Yeah, of course, I took that personally.
Sing a hamburger ain't here to play games.
Yeah.
What's the John Wick quote? Singularly focused. I have what I need.
What is that?
You-
Oh, it's the trash bar.
You got what I need.
And you say he's just a friend.
Oh, baby, you.
Okay, everybody online, poggers. So Des is confirming that we'll probably need to push our regular sessions back here, just because she now has she has job. So we can figure that out at the end of this session. But that's just a quick heads up.
Cool.
Okay.
So that'll be a discussion for another time. Another problem for another day, because I don't want to think. I have spent two sessions with my planner trying to plan this, and hopefully it doesn't fuck up, but we'll see what happens.
Make the plan.
Execute
The plan. Plan goes horribly off the rails.
plan.
Improvise.
Plan failed on launch. Shit.
Oh, that's my fucking favorite quote, and it comes from the fucking, I think it's The Flash.
What's the quote?
Make the plan, execute the plan.
Oh.
Plan goes horribly off the rails. Improvise.
You just said, that's my favorite quote, and I was expecting you to say the quote after that line, but I didn't realize you had already said the line. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's good one-liner there, Pyro. Okay, so Um, we are now going to go ahead and start the session. Aiden, could you kind of run us back as to where we are and what has transpired?
I've forgotten.
Solid. Okay. Pyro?
Also, wasn't
I
there?
got the parts to fix my.
Yeah, I wasn't
cream
there for that
machine.
session. It's fine.
Oh, that's right. You weren't. That's right. You were fighting mooses. I apologize. Sorry about that. That is correct. I apologize. Kipperoni, do you wanna run us?
What am I doing? I'm
Yep, kicked the
Summary
summary
of
for the
where we're
last
at.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we ended up going from where we were originally, which was the place was called Eden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Well, we went from Eden to the capital city of cultivation. So we're now in the capital city. We tried to establish a connection with somebody there. I don't specifically remember his name, but he did invite us to a place to meet with him, like where a bunch of people meet. He told us, and we're headed there now. But he also told us like about like different sects within cultivation, right? So there's like I think there's 4 sects. If I look in this message that Ghost sent me. Yeah, there is CULT. Yeah, okay, so there's 5 sects for each letter of the word cult, right? So it's the Conclave, which is Elijah
Oh,
Carter's
shit.
cult, who is the Reverend.
What's
Oh
up?
shit, what?
Dot out here killing
Oh,
people
shit,
so
Dot
he can make it
Gaming.
here.
Man!
Dot Gaming?
Welcome.
How would be?
Hey, it is what it is.
It is what
It is what it is.
Glad you're able to join us, Dot.
Is what it is.
Dot out here literally executing people to make it here.
Those children will not stop my grind.
They will not. They're just merely speed bumps on the road to glory.
Perfect. Well, you haven't missed much. Kip was just running us through the summary of last session, and actually was about to dive into the cult breakdown.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. They break it down.
They break it down.
Dude, I'm breaking it down right now. Hold on, let me get
Bussin'.
down. Hit the
He
gritty.
bussin'. Roll for gritty.
I'm
Yeah, roll
breaking
for
it
Gwitty.
down.
Oh, I'm ready to
Wait,
roll for Gwitty.
everyone roll for Gwitty real quick.
Ready to roll for Gwitty. Aw, it's just an average Gwitty.
Average gritty.
Ah, fuck. I don't know how to roll for Gwitty, so I'll just roll a d20.
The speed bumps
That,
broke
that,
my
Ooh,
that's a
critical
2.
fail.
roll-
Oh no.
That man
rolled
hit the
shit
whip
Gwitty.
instead of hitting the gwitty.
I have no clue what's going on.
Yo, we just vibe and
Oh lord.
Okay,
So yeah, as you were
so
saying, Kip.
back to the thingy thing. Yeah, so the cult has 5 sects. The first sect is the Conclave, which leader is Elijah Carter, who is the Reverend, which is the leader of cultivation. The second sect is Unity. They're healers. They advocate for social justice, equality, educators, pretty much stuff like that. There's the Luminary, which is all about knowledge, and wisdom. They're like scholars, philosophers, teachers, people of the sort like that, like people like librarians and such. And then Transcendence. Uh, they're they're more like spiritual guides and like mentors, like kind of like they're kind of like hippies. I don't know what to tell you, like in my mind, but yeah, like all like the 5 different sects of the cult, they all I'm pretty sure they all have leaders of different people. Yeah. There's different people who lead them, but they all answer to the Reverend Elijah Carter. That's pretty much what we found out. Oh, and we also found out the names of the leaders of the other planets and also what they're all called as well.
So, when does the
I have that.
assassination begin?
I have that in a Word document somewhere.
Someday, somehow, I'm gonna make it all
But yeah,
right.
that's
right
pretty
now.
much the summary. We're
Yep.
now just heading to like an old church to go with this meeting.
All right then.
We were going to cult camp.
Oh,
Yeah, cult camp.
Essentially.
goes the thing that I asked you for.
Oh,
Is it good?
yeah, I didn't read your sniper thing, XD.
You son of a bitch.
I'm the problem.
Too long, did not read.
I'm just gonna implement the fucking thing eventually.
What were you? What the Lancer inventions?
Yeah.
Okay, what am I looking for specifically?
Let me find it again.
The drill missile, or just the dabum?
Yeah, the anti-material material rifle. It's the second one.
Oh, okay, there we go. All right.
The material rural rifle.
Now is this gonna be carried by a person or by a mech?
Person.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it can be used by mechs.
If it's gonna be a person, we'll probably need to do like 2d3, and then if it's gonna be a mech, there'll obviously be some sort of weapon cost I'll need to attach to it, and then we'll have to work on that damage because
It's a flex mount, so it's a thing that's basically just hands that holds a weapon.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, but flex mounts are relatively on the lower side of like.
It might not be called a flex mount. I'll look it up later.
Okay.
Alright. Like I said, we'll go over this later.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because right now I just set it up so you cannot fucking move at all while you're using the thing.
Right. No, that makes sense. We'll do. Explosive is fine. That makes sense because it's fucking anti-material. I think 2d3 is reasonable for a fucking lockdown weapon. That seems reasonable enough.
Hold on, let me try something.
Yeah, it should just be /roll and then 2d3.
I was just wondering if we can.
Oh wait.
I can't put letters there. Okay.
Okay. So. Ooh. All right. Let me drag you guys into the choich.
We in the church,
Yeah, in the
praising God. The
praise
green
up.
church.
In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy
Yeah,
Ghost,
just-
head, shoulders, knees, and toes, stand up,
Toes.
nose, strike that pose, aim, Macarena.
Hey.
What the fuck?
Man,
You do
you
the
hit a
hokey
whole
pokey
you hit a
wobble
whole meme on that one.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
You hit a whole fucking meme. All right, so
Also, Ghost, just to make it easier, I'll say it's just a human weapon.
it's a what?
We'll just say it's a human weapon because implementing the next stuff's gonna be a pain. in the
Yeah,
ass.
the next stuff will. Well, that's the damage that I have on there right now is for humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, you might want to make your characters just a little bit larger. I would suggest like a 2.5 tile consumption space.
Oh,
A bit more.
okay. How do
So,
you make them larger?
oh, I might have to do that for you.
Okay,
Hang on.
yeah.
Yoink. 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 There we go.
And big now.
And big. There we go.
I'm bigger.
All right. There should be 4. Okay, I was about to say I'm missing a child. Where's my
I am the
baby?
child.
Where's my
Where's
baby?
the child?
Okay, so, you guys are quite literally just walking in kind of into this area here, and you can't see to the far ends of the room, but as you guys are talking or kind of just walking in, you do see people just kind of like filing in around you. They how do I phrase this? As they're walking past, they're in robes basically. Kind of quietly chattering to themselves. Not a whole lot of conversation around you guys, but you can feel a lot of eyes, on you.
That's a big ass dude.
So,
Oh shit, Goliath.
After, well, yeah. Are you guys? You guys? I'll let you. The scene is yours.
Hi, how are you?
I just joined up with the team again, so I don't know what's going on here. I'm at a church now. I was in sleeper mode before this.
He was in sicko mode.
What are these? What are these? What are these robes they're wearing? Like, are they like covering in
You
their
go sit
face
at
and
a
stuff?
table.
Or
They're just think of if you think of like um not like a Catholic priest, but like like the altar boys, how they'll have like those like just kind of basic white cloth sort of
Yeah.
robe garments. It's similar to like that. There's you can't really see anything underneath each person, but you can tell, like, I know I wasn't able to find a character model that had white, but they are wearing, it's supposed to be like white robes, very like clean, respectful attire, but everyone seems to just be kind of talking, albeit kind of actively avoiding you right now.
okay. I'm looking for. Fuck, what was his name? The guy who invited us. Fuck. Does anyone remember his name? Helios Hamburger.
I was present for the conversation, but I was counting beans, sir.
Fuck.
Lore accurate response.
Who are you trying to remember again?
The person that the leader of Eden told us to find. Do I see his face in the crowd? Is what I'm asking.
Why don't you roll for perception?
Okay.
While I'm at the table, I'm just gonna pull the parts that I took from the fridge and start working on the machine at the
Text.
table.
So, you see, like, you're looking around, but for how much conversation is going on, it's rather difficult. You'll probably have to kind of go up and maybe even engage with some of the people, but you don't see him on first glance. And then, oh god, I have all of your names, like, stacked up right now. Sigma, you kind of start rummaging around in your bag, and the people at the table are just kind of, their conversation is more or less died down, and they're actively, like, staring at you now. As you kind of and
I do not care.
slam this giant fuck all like piece of machinery that they've never seen before in front of you, and they like the room has gone kind of a little bit quieter because of the noise. The few like kind of separate groups are still kind of talking, but now the eyes are really like on you.
I do not care.
Don't
I'm-
care. I don't care. I do not
I'm
care.
gonna try to fix my ice cream machine.
Don't care. Still don't care. Not caring.
Don't care.
I'm gonna walk over to sing hamburger.
What do you want?
Maybe this isn't the best time to be doing this right now, and I'll like point, like I'll like gesture to all the people looking at him.
Me.
I'm back. We don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves. One of us already got arrested.
That was you.
Exactly.
What the fuck did you do while I was gone? I left for one mission.
It wasn't even me.
While you guys are talking, Dot, one of the men in robes comes up to you and says, good afternoon, sir. Welcome to our humble gathering location. What might I ask you and your friends are doing here today?
Yeah, we were invited to attend and see how.
You're
how the,
here to join the procession.
yes, we were invited to see and witness.
Oh, very good, sir. Might I ask who all is in your party?
It would be me, along with those three over there, I believe.
You believe?
The way they speak.
So
Very nice, sir. Oh, we should be beginning the procession here in just a few minutes. I do suggest once the doors open up, you find yourself a seat.
All right. Thank you for the heads up, my friend.
The man kind of politely nods and kind of rejoins the group in the corner.
I use Hacker Fix to start working on that.
Yeah. Is that an action? Oh yeah, you're good. Don't even need to.
The ice cream machine.
Don't even need to worry about it. Here's the
of a
thing though,
bitch.
Pyro. You haven't told me how many components need to get repaired, so like, I don't know if it's just Gucci or not.
I don't know. I flick on the on
See.
switch. Does it turn on?
He
Uh,
fixed the hardware, but not
I
the software.
was gonna say, roll a D100 for me. Okay, so you finally
So
plug in
close.
the wiring or the tubing, excuse me, that you had gotten from that shop earlier. And after a little bit more fiddling around, and you got a couple bam 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 on the table, you put everything together. You take a step back, you go, and you flick the switch, and you hear. So it started. It just tripped on something else.
God damn it. Can I investigate what the problem is?
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
Oh.
So, you take a look at the ice cream machine, and it looks like everything's in order. Like everything mechanically is in order, if that makes sense. But the screen on the front of it just says error.
Can I use my OmniHook terminal to communicate with the device?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't really have a skill for it.
Is that a skill?
so-
Okay, sorry. So there's a little like USB slot on the left-hand side of. Well, actually, describe this vending machine to me so I can better understand what we're looking at here.
It looks like a soda machine, but it's just makes ice cream. It's got little arms that come down that you can just press a drink into, and it makes ice cream. But then it has a large display of what you can actually choose.
Can I ask you before our next session to like draw just a rough sketch of what it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So all right, so with that, you take out your Omni tool, and there is a little port on the side that of the ice cream vending machine, and after running a check, it says error system 32 deleted on the screen, but that's all the information that you find of it.
I need an operating system. Fuck it.
After a couple more minutes of you guys kind of toiling around, you hear a very, soft chime of dong, 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 dong.
What the fuck?
And the door on the far side of the room quietly, opens itself. You guys are
I
able to.
put the ice cream machine back in my bag to feed it.
That sound.
As this happens, all of the people that were kind of loitering on the outside begin to kind of make their way in. I'm going to try to do this as best I can, but everyone's going to basically just kind of start working their way towards the middle here. Are you guys doing anything at this point, or are you guys...
I'll follow. I'll go and I'll follow these people.
I'm putting stuff back in my bag. My tools and everything.
Okay.
Guess I'm following as well.
All right. So let me... I'm going to see if I can just kind of... I would do that, but that's going to grab everybody, and that's not going to be very poggers. Okay, let me just send this to the map layer. Okay, so you guys begin to kind of, everyone begins to file in basically, and
They are in a nice cone, Doc.
there we go.
I'm just saying, I have a machine gun, and it would be a perfect time when they're all funneled into that tiny little space there.
So
That
they
would be
all
the
quietly
opportunity.
follow in, and you guys are gonna follow in. So just give me a sec. I'll reveal the area. So if you guys want to go ahead and find
Leaning
a
against
seat.
the back wall.
I'll fuck it, I'm gonna go sit in the front row.
Should we be concerned about him converting? No. Nah, he's probably fine. We're good, right? No way these cults have ever accidentally recruited someone.
Never happened in a million years.
Never.
All right.
I'm gonna stay at the back here too, actually. It's a smart idea.
One door in. I think I'm good.
Just a little further. There we go. Okay, so the door kind of quietly just closes behind you guys, and the murmuring kind of gets quiet as everyone that was kind of talking again begins to kind of sit down and start to select things. There we go. Starts to kind of just grab a seat. And
This door at the back here.
Mhm.
From my intuition, could I how much would it take to blow that open?
roll a perception check for me.
Cool. Let's roll a d20.
Yes.
Where's my dice? Oh, there it is.
This man actually rolling a real life dice.
There you go.
So it looks like a very ornate door, but it's still wooden from the looks of it. It looks like from the bottom of it, it's on like a simple rail system. So with enough effort and force, you could probably knock it out with a couple rounds of ammunition or explosives. I mean, it's not gonna hold it's not the gate of Mordor, if you will.
Okay. Whilst the procession goes on, I'm gonna make a rudimentary explosive register.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making a bomb in church. Don't mind
Put it in
me.
the back. Don't mind me. Keep the procession going. Don't worry about
streaming
while
this, right,
I'm emptying
Ghost?
these bullets.
Yes, and the ATF will be knocking on your door. Oh no, you got Canada
We're making it
jurisdiction.
in Lancer.
God is good. God is.
I'm just gonna name it the door knocker in my notes here.
Door knocker. Love it. Okay. Well, this is a little goofy and silly. For some reason, all of my images are not loading anymore. That's really epic. So give me a second here because this is not what I was hoping to have happen. Hang on.
There you go. Door knocker has been added.
Fabulous.
I'll know exactly what that is. No problem.
There's no way I will ever forget what this thing is. Okay, so as you guys are kind of standing in the back, the two guys that are kind of in the corner go up to you, Signa, and they're kind of quietly like gesturing you to take a seat.
I've been sitting around all day. I don't feel like sitting down right now. Sorry, my legs need to be straight.
They kind of like quietly, they nod and they understand, and then they do go over to you. Li Jing.
Maybe I should work on this later.
Hang on a sec, actually. Let me. No, you made it while they weren't looking, so you're good. There's no, they didn't see you making it, if that makes sense.
I just woke up from cryo. I'm good. I'm gonna stay standing here. You don't gotta worry about me.
Roll to persuade, as this is the second time that they've heard that line.
Well, fuck you too, you bombastic bitches.
The
Wow. You know
the
what? Let me just fucking. Wow.
the first guy really kind of says, "Hey, look, we understand, sir, but with so many of the new faces around here, we want to make sure y'all get the good seats, and with how many of us there are today, we strongly recommend that you."
I feel like I'm in that fucking. What's that game with all the cult members in it? We'll talk about it.
You realize how little that narrows it down?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You have the slightest clue how little that narrows it down.
I'll take a seat, sir. Thank you for your generosity.
All right.
Fucking.
Oh, this is
I toss Pyro the door knocker.
Oh, okay. Bomb, like.
Okay, so two things for that. First, let's have you roll just for the toss.
Yeah, that's true. I hope it doesn't blow up.
And then, yeah,
Please let it blow up. I'm ready to pop
hold
off.
up, wait a
I'm
minute.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
It's already going
I'm
to
gonna
shit.
show off while I do it. There we go.
It's gonna show off just him, like, fucking flicking a bomb like a basketball just towards me.
Wow, okay, I was... That, hang on.
Yeet.
How do you do, one, two, is that it? How do you actually do, like, the rolls? Is it just, slash roll?
Liam's discretion, honestly.
Well,
I think it's 16's high enough, and you're good. Yeah.
oh, okay, it's parentheses? Okay, thank you.
Without the parentheses.
Parentheses, okay.
Oh, you meant that? Oh, sorry.
But if I'm doing it for myself,
I think it's.
is it DM?
Roll GM
Okay.
or GM roll.
Slash GM roll 1d20. Wow, okay. Alright, so.
It was gonna be like in basketball. He's just slapping down on the ground.
What did you roll, Aiden? A 6?
16, yeah.
Alright, so.
I'm gonna slam dunk it on the floor and just exit through.
So.
Fucking kill me.
So I'll kind of walk through this, Aiden. So you were here.
I can't believe
Yeah, here, let
Aiden's-
me move myself back. Hold on. There you go.
Can't believe Aiden's character's already trying to kill Pyro.
I'm about to kill someone.
Alright. So you're here. You get to about here, okay? While you are halfway in the middle of a cultist gathering, you whip out what appears to be a small blinking brick. And you literally just go up and yell, "Baller!" and fucking throw it at the ceiling. Everybody looks at this, watches it hit the ceiling, and it lands in front of Pyro. He does not catch it. And everyone just goes, "Oh, very cool, very good, oh, very awesome, very neat."
Thank you, yeah, thank you. I tried a lot. It's just blinking at me.
Pyro,
just
how would
staring
you
at it
like
like-
to proceed?
Lift it up gently now.
I pick it up like with 2 fingers, just like little tremble in my hand. Okay. And I put it in my backpack very slowly.
Just for the sake of just kind of showing my cards here, I rolled a 3.
Oh.
I can't. Oh my god. Okay.
I mean, they're
Anyways.
farming world, they don't know what bomb is.
Anyways, so with that, you do take your seat, and I guess Pyro does pick up the device.
He knows what to do.
The two kind of procession people. Oh, I can't. There we go. Hang on. I can't grab this guy and rotate him without accidentally selecting the other guy. There we go. All right. They both kind of take posts at the guard, and then the big old boy kind of just posts up in the corner. Excuse me.
Okay, so he's meant to be that huge. I thought it was damn. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he built different. Hang on, I need to reload my library. Something's going.
I'm gonna take away his bone marrow.
Oh, okay.
You lost
Feebrain was playing.
Why is my library?
Uh-oh, you lost ball privileges.
I hope you know, if a fight breaks down in here, there better be Freebird. I just, it has to be.
I can't stand to listen to Freebird after this last week.
Oh, damn.
Why?
What happened to you?
Like every single day, exactly at 1 o'clock, the Mexicans would start playing Freebird, and they would sing horribly to it.
What the fuck?
Okay, I don't know what happened. So I signed out of my other account, and now I need to sign back into my GM account. Give me 1 second here. Sorry. That's why. Because I switched accounts, so that way I could have the second account like watching with you guys without like showing off the GM deck. And there we go. Okay, we're balling now. All right, sorry about that. So yeah, right now everyone's just kind of in quiet, idle prayer, and not a whole lot is really going on. So if there's something that you guys would like to do, now is your opportunity.
Stare at Lee for throwing a bomb and just witnessing how
All part of
How?
the plan.
All right. After what feels like an unbearable, maybe 5 or 10 more minutes, you hear again this very quiet dong, 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 dong. As this is going on, everybody that is currently sitting stands up immediately, and the door behind you guys just kind of behind again. The door opens, but this time you hear hydraulic noises. And in walks
Hey, smile away.
Holy shit.
a man, well, what appears to be a mechanized pilot, or a mech of some kind. And he very intentionally kind of just just taking his time walking to the front, never looking behind anyone, but as he walks past each of the procession, every person kind of quietly sits down and raises their hands in like a clasp to the mech. And he stands in front of the table. I know it has a cross. Don't think too deep about that one. That's just the transparent image I found. It's supposed to be a very large, ornate looking marble top with candles accurately depicted, kind of lit on the corners. The room that you guys are in, I apologize, I did not describe this. It's again just like with how you guys see it. There is a very almost ancient looking stone walls, very deep, dark hardwood flooring. I mean, every step you take just has this echo and resonance from the noise that can just bounce off of every wall. On opposite sides, kind of where Aiden is currently standing or sitting, excuse me, there are these like very beautiful like glass mosaics of, you know, there's people giving bread, there's people, a shepherd with his flock, there are people, you know, bandaging others, there's a large vessel, what appears to be kind of like in a field, you know, just all these very beautiful looking art pieces. The mech kind of finally.
Real quick about
Yes.
the mech. Is it a Duskwing or is it just you're just using that as a placeholder?
No. It is a Duskwing.
Okay.
So it is a half-sized mech.
Yeah, no, it's my mech. I love the Duskwing. It's a lot of fun.
He's a little silly and a little goofy.
A little goofy boy.
But again, this mech is rather different. As you guys can see just from the icon, you have these very flowing, you know, dark black silhouettes. This one is in almost an ornate white with this massive, I mean, comparatively to like people, this massive long, I don't know what the correct term is, but it's like the sash that you see a lot of religious figures wear, but along each of the two sides, it spells CULT with the red, you know, etched in a dark, like a dark red, the U etched in this very, you know, nice, light blue, the L in a very nice bright gold, the T in almost like a it almost contrasts against the others with how dark, but like rimmed it is. It's almost like an onyx.
It's rimmed for your pleasure.
Shut your mouth.
So it's been heavily modified.
So it's a very beautiful looking piece, but again, the whole thing is a very ceremonial looking mech. And the mech speaks up as let me see what I have here. There we are. And he begins in a very heavy, deep voice, but well, yeah, I will just and so we bow our heads. He picks up one of the candles. Children of the cult, we are the shepherds. We are not just the conclave, but we are those that guide and inspire. Our decisions must be made, but that is our choice. And as he says that, everyone kind of again raises their hands and says, "Praise be to the cult." And this
calling themselves a cult? Yeah, it's a progressive cult.
This goes on for a good while. He talks, about the importance of the conclave's strength and the unity that it brings, but also many of the inspirations that those of the other sects or the other branches of the cult bring. But the importance of the power that the conclave has, and the trust that they have to give to those other groups, and the importance for it. Very often referencing how, it's important to be a unified group, but that unity comes from the strength that the conclave provides, the diplomacy that, many of the planets enjoy is from the strength of the conclave. The world is they are the planets of food and prosperity, but that is through the power that the conclave, provides. This conversation of empowerment, of diplomacy through influence is a lot of the conversation. But eventually the sermon or the speaker kind of dies down and says, "I see there are some new faces here today. Would you care to join me at the front?"
Yeah, right, I'll get baptized.
Come now, don't be shy, don't be shy.
Helios will stay seated and look.
Okay.
I run up like a little child just in masonries.
What
What are you?
It's good to see we have new members. And tell me, gentlemen, what are you doing here today?
I don't know.
Here to join the cult.
Wait, what?
Lijiang, he turns to you and says, "My boy, we're all looking for inspiration. That is why we are here in the conclave." And as he says that, the word conclave, everyone was, "Praise be to the conclave." All is this unified voice. And as you respond, Signa, he turns to you and says, "Very good, son. Stick around after the session, and you and your friends, we can begin immediately." Tell me, good travelers, what brings you to our humble abode?
Is he speaking with like any kind of like? Is he basically trying to show off?
Can you rephrase the question?
Is he like trying to put on a show, or is he actually speaking?
No, he is looking to each of you as he talks. He's being a bit boisterous and gesturing a bit, but you know, he's not like walking around, you know, trying to like raise the spirits, you know, if you will.
Okay.
With that, he, you know, please return to your seats, gentlemen. If you would like care to join us after the procession as well as your young friend, we might have a grand old time.
I'll be concerned about that later.
All right. And so for a good maybe, you know, 5 or 10 more minutes, he continues again. I mean, it was just a quick. Everyone comes together. Everyone talks. You don't really glean anything more from the session. He continues just to kind of go on and on about this unity and the importance of giving, and the you know, the role that the conclave has with making sure that the other branches, you know, continue to do their job, but they do their job well. There isn't anything further from the conversation that you glean.
Okay.
But after he's done with his kind of dialogue, the man in the suit begins to kind of quietly. You hear another, you know, chiming of the bells is doom 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 doom. And as that happens, you know, everyone again quickly rises. The door quietly just slides open, and the man in the suit just kind of walks out. And as he walks out, you can hear that the conversation kind of erupt again, as everyone kind of just, you know, starts to file out, starts to mingle, and just kind of catches up on, you know, idle chatter things.
Okay.
The scene is yours, by the way. There's do as you wish.
So, why are we here again?
I do not have any idea.
Did we, are we in the cult now? What happened? Did we just join a cult? Is that?
I don't know. You probably did. I mean, you did walk up.
That is true.
I have no
Alright,
idea what's going on.
Yeah, let's just fucking leave, I guess. Not a singular fucking clue why we were here.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head out, and the man in the suits. So everyone's just gonna get into the main room.
Guess so.
Signa, as you walk out, the man in the suit kind of sees you and starts to kind of flag you down.
I walk over.
And he
I
kind
should
of.
not have given him the door knocker. I should not have given him the door.
Alright. Okay, so as you kind of come over, the man gestures to you and says, "Good to see you again, son. I was just talking to one of my associates, Thomas Greenwell. I believe you've met him." And as he says that, the man closest to you, Signa, kind of reaches out of the hand. He's like, "Oh, we've met before. You know, you asked him for them parts, right?"
Oh yeah.
And the church, or the man in the suit says, "I hear you're looking to join our association. Are your compatriots thinking of doing the same? I hope my our discussion this afternoon was rather stirring."
I do have a couple questions before I join, but what is y'all's view on technology?
Well, I'd say it's rather straightforward. It's important to grow and develop as a people, and easier for the common man, the better for every man, I say.
Hmm. Okay. That sounds good enough. I'll join.
Mighty fine, mighty fine. And what about your compatriots?
He's
They're not
close.
very religious.
I could detonate the device and take them both out.
Well, if y'all just stay right here, we'll get started. We can clear things out. And as he says that, he kind of waves to the man on the other side of the room of you guys, and you see him kind of quickly stiffen, and he kind of runs in. And he goes, "Y'all need to go get." And within a matter of seconds, everyone begins to just rapidly clear out. The only people that are left in the space with you guys are just a few of the people that were sitting in the back, the big man and the Thomas, the guy that you had met before.
Oh. How you doing, Thomas?
Well, what's the energy like right now? Like that I'm feeling. Am I feeling any fucking hostile intent? from these
No.
people?
It's rather. I mean, it's a little serious, but like, you know, you don't have eyes drilled into the back of your skull like you did when you guys first walked in.
Okay.
The man in the suit again kind of speaks up and says, "Why don't y'all just follow me down to the more reserved part of our gathering space, and we can kind of further talk about joining us." And he begins to kind of walk back into the main room.
Following him.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
I'm gonna have you. It doesn't really particularly matter in this case. Behind the.
Helios, what the fuck are we gonna do?
I have no idea. It is very strange.
Did not actually reveal it because it doesn't want to. There we go. So, behind the altar is a very large wooden door. And the man in the suit kind of lifts it, and you hear a very audible just as he kind of lifts this very heavy door, or this floor door, up with his suit, and gestures you guys into the stairs below.
I do have one last question before we go any further.
Of course.
What is your view on indentured servitude to companies?
Why, well, every man's free to his own will. But I do say that. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I like that.
I will say though, that is a very interesting question. It is important that every man understands his responsibilities, though, and does not try to rock the boat per se.
Okay.
Pyra actively
Good to know.
carrying the bomb in his backpack.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
Bro, they're putting us in a pit.
it's a dungeon behind the pews of a priest. We all know what this is.
So, let me just double check something real quick because I just want to make sure that things are actually. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now it is set. Okay, so, down below is again a set of very ancient looking wooden stairs, and you guys are gonna head on in. And let me go ahead and reveal in just a sec because the gosh darn dang diddly. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum. There we go. So I'll let you guys go ahead and grab that.
I see blood.
All right. So, If you guys can drag your icons in, I'll kind of increase them just a little bit here. You got, whoop. Glad that wasn't anything too serious. Haha, XD. Okay, there we go. I am missing a character. Whom stuff is not clicketh. There we go. Music is very weird for this situation. All right, so just a little bit. There we go.
Music of like going to like a space cave with shiny
Yeah,
lights.
right.
Meanwhile, just it.
Different energy, just not the right energy for the situation. All right, so you guys head down and you hear the hydraulic, you know, quietly following behind you guys, and the soft pitter patter as several of the people that you had seen in the church and the big guy following behind you guys. In the room, it's extremely dark, but with the clap of a hand, you know, lumens on the side of the wall. Let me just make sure. There we go. Good. Open up, and you guys are able to see. Oh, there we go. A good majority of the room. Just not.
That is a lot of GM.
Not all the way in. There we go. So, the man in the suit kind of walks into the middle of the room and gestures you to come forwards and join him, while the people in the corner kind of continue to just stare. But at this point, they do have their hoods over their head.
I just start pushing like Aiden in front of me. Just...
I'll walk up. Fuck it.
I'm Ghost. I'm gonna go ahead and make an angrier version of the door knocker.
Move forward.
A much angrier version.
Sure, go. So, okay, that's for the creation. I'm gonna need you to roll for stealth, with disadvantage because everyone in the room is watching you guys.
I'm sure they won't mind. They might mind a little bit.
Bro, just get a 20.
Easy. Hit the gwitty.
Okay, so you rolled that. Let me see if I actually. Hang on. GM.
Bet.
Oh shit! I had the GM thing on.
Yeah. I'll still keep your roll. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll still count that because I don't want you to have to like re-roll and then it gets, you know, spicy.
Lower.
It's just slash. What did I do earlier? How the fuck did I do that? It was
12 and 10.
slash GM. Like that? Nope. Slash GM roll. Okay, so Aiden, as you were kind of tinkering around with this, you do get it done, but the big man walks up to you and grabs your wrist. He's, I seen you doing that the second time now, boy. What you doing?
I am making a brick.
A brick?
I'm gonna make this remote detonated, by the way. Yeah, a brick.
What kind? Why are you making bricks at times like this, son?
They comfort me.
Yeah, you're gonna need a roll for that one.
Yeah.
It is my medical opinion that this is a very special child. He requires abuse.
I'm just not good at persuading people.
He's going to grab the brick, and he goes, "I'll hold on to this for now. You get over there with your friends." And
have a very bad time later.
he grabs it and stuffs it into his pocket.
Okay.
Gonna blow his dick off.
I took a funny looking brick from a fellow and then I put it in my pocket. I was gonna have a surprise pick at your face.
Okay, I'll walk into the middle of the blood-soaked arena.
The man in the suit kind of gestures you over, Li Jiang.
All right, here we go. Guess I'll stand in the blood pile. Like,
The man starts and says, "One of the things y'all might have seen now that you've been on our planet. How long have you been here, by the way?
Couple weeks.
Couple
Maybe a
weeks?
month.
Couple weeks? Month? Okay, good long time then to see the beauty of cultivation. I see. One of the things, if you might have noticed, is we're the well, we provide for the whole system, and that can be rather taxing. But one thing, and he, with his suit, you hear, a very light tapping, metallic tapping, and the men kind of run over to each of you, and they hold out a bowl with like this white powder in front of you. And it says, one of the things that we do pride ourselves here on cultivation is being able to give back to those in need. And they please take these bowls.
Take my
Okay.
bowl.
Joes,
I
can I
hold them.
use my medical knowledge to
Yeah, go for it.
try and see what this is?
Yeah, go
Get
for it,
some
go for it.
patch? Alright. Never mind, that's a 10.
Okay, so you take a look at it, and are you wearing gloves?
I am indeed. I am wearing my stealth suit.
Okay, so you touch this very fine powder. Explain to me, or describe to me how you're going to examine it.
Probably through its gradiness and how if it's crystalline.
Okay, so you kind of play around with it in your hands, but you don't feel or detect any sort of crystals. It's actually very powdery, and as you pick it up, it kind of like it makes almost like a small, very mist with the little pinch that you took out from the bowl. The man continues and says, one of the most important things is to give back, and so what I'm looking for y'all to do is there's a few trials before you join our collective, our group, if you will. And as you guys hold the bowls, the people next to you produce a small like glass vials next to each of you. There's a liquid on the inside that you hear an audible tunk, and this, as they pour this substance into the bowls, and it makes a not like a slurry, but you can see that the two substances are starting to kind of bind together. And he says, one of the things that we do pride ourselves on, as you might have seen with the large tapestries, is to not only give of self, but to give unto others. And the first step is a rather simple one, but we ask you to make the bread to give to others.
the bread.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I'll start kneading the mixture
The
in the
dough.
bowl.
Okay, so I would like for each of you guys to just describe to me how you're gonna. I don't need you guys. Actually, yeah, let's have you guys roll for the knead. Let's see
take
how
out a
you make
wrench and
this
I start
bread, boys.
Beating the shit out of it.
Let's see you make that bread.
D20, I guess.
Yes, it'll just be a D20 for success.
Am I rolling D20 for bread? Okay.
Yep,
Who
you're
gets
rolling.
the 20 for rolling and making bread?
You're rolling for bread right now.
I got a fucking 7.
I'm shit at
Bread
making bread.
master. Never mind.
Dot is the worst at making bread. Turns out the wrench strategy was perfect.
All right. So we'll start from the top and work
I'm
our way
making
down.
tortillas. What are you talking about?
We'll start from the top then. Signa, with your years of flipping burgers and working with bread, you got the so-so, you got that no-no, and you make that bread rather easily. It's not extremely difficult to just push, to knead the water into the bread and the flour. That is what you're actually working with, and to kind of make yourself a nice little, probably about fist-sized ball of bread. Sam, you have a little bit more trouble with it, as it's been a hot minute. While you're used to slinging guns, shooting first, and taking names later, you eventually, you kind of like look over. You do like the schoolyard bully during the test. If you kind of look over at Signa because you're next to him, and you eventually get the process going. Lee, not so good. You kind of take your fist and you kind of just punch the bowl, and you get a bit more of the powder flour all over you, as you get maybe like a golf ball's worth of flour of bread, excuse me, out of this bowl of water and bread that you've concocted. And Helios, well, there was an attempt. You were very worried about what these two concoctions might be, and as soon as well, let me ask you this: when you get scared, describe what happens when you see a spider to me.
Oh, Helios doesn't mind spiders.
Okay, let me rephrase the question. How does Helios
Something
react?
life-threatening?
Yes, how does he react to something life-threatening?
He will begin to move away from it and start, getting ready for looking for every exit possible.
It's battle
Okay.
time. I'm gonna fight the fucking bread.
So, as these two mixtures combined, flashbacks of your past life and some of the things that you've done snap into your mind, and it kind of sends you reeling. You kind of almost fall back into this like PTSD emotional state as the water hits and you drop it. You drop it like your hands are on fire, and you bolt as quickly as you can to the stairs. As the big man comes down and kind of like holds you down. You're currently in grapple with the big man, with the bowl and the flour just strewn about on the floor next to the man.
I don't know why, but this seems like American Baker's Psycho Edition.
You're wearing decent armor, right?
I can get away.
Dot, is there anything that you would like to do? You're currently being restrained by the man. I'll leave it to you as for the closing of your turn. Currently, you are. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Can I use spot to see if there's any sort of injury that this man is holding on to, like trying to hide?
Yeah, go for it.
18.
Okay, so, you don't see any major injuries. You do see a rather, like, he's wearing his robes, but you do see, like, it's extremely padded for some reason. You also see a very large shotgun that is, like, kind of jutting out of the, it's kind of like, it's like a bandoliered over him. So, like, the grip of the shotgun is over his back right, and it kind of works its way to his lower left. So you see the gun because it's like sticking out of the corner of his robe. And you also do see the faint blink of the brick that is currently in his pocket, but you do not see any major injuries.
Would that be my turn, and then you continue with the scene?
Yep.
All right.
So you are still, again, you are currently being held by him, not like restrained, but like he's kind of holding you down.
Yeah.
Yeah. The man in the suit kind of continues, and he goes, "Well, it's not the first time that we've seen such a reaction, but all in due time, as is with the bread, as is with the life, the body. And the guy that did hand you the bowl begins to kind of quickly try and kind of clean up as best he can. Picks up the bowl. He kind of puts down the glass vial that held the water and scoops them all up. All of them kind of collect your stuff and head to the other side of the chamber, if you will. And on the other side, you hear kind of like the rattling of cages, and just like these they don't sound large, but you can hear things like rustling in the distance. I'll take a quick pause. The man in the suit continues and says, there are two types of food in this life. There's that of the bread and that of the land, of the creatures and the sustenance that we may proceed. It is a fool's errand to believe that a man can survive on bread alone. And as he says that, the four men on the other side of the room kind of begin to kind of walking back towards you guys. And they are each carrying a small, not small, but like, like a small rabbit. And he kind of gestures to them and says, while it is important to be respectful of the land and grow as much as we can, it is also our part as curators of this land to reap and grow that which we can consume. And so I ask of you to help that process. And as he says that, each of the people, once again, they come to each of you, and they offer the rabbit to you.
Do we kill it? Is that what you want?
I will.
Well, you can take the rabbit first.
I pet
I'll
the
take
rabbit.
Yes. Yeah, I'm holding the rabbit by the scruff, I guess.
Petting him on his little head.
Dot, do you wish to take the rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the cloaked gentlemen each hand you a rabbit, and from their right hand you see a very long but very sharp knife, and again they offer it to each of you.
Okay.
I'm going to use my medical knowledge to dissect the rabbit in a way to make it a clean cut.
Okay. So I'll ask you guys again to each just roll a basic 1d20. Dot, you can roll with actually, because
I'll
of
use my
your...
badge.
Yeah, we'll have you roll with advantage because of your medical knowledge.
All right.
Hey,
I guess.
apparently I'm good. I'm killing rabbits.
I refuse to kill the rabbit.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just going through the motions here.
I'm sorry, brothers, but I can't
So
go through with this.
what did he say specifically? Did he say like like to reap, right?
Mhm.
Did he say to like skin or like to do any of that with it, or just reap?
Just to gather, not only from the land but from the animals of the planet.
Question: is it
Okay, I
a male or a
gotcha.
female rabbit?
Does
Hold
not
on.
matter in this
Hold
situation.
on.
Doesn't matter, I
Okay.
think.
Hold on.
It does for what I want to do.
Okay. To
Hold
answer,
on.
yeah, Aiden.
I'm a little concerned about what he wants to do with the rabbit.
Well, to answer your question, Pyro, roll a 1d2. I'll let God make that call.
Oh God.
There's no god here.
Actually, hang on. Here's what we do. So it's roll a 1d2. What? And then
1df.
call the gender on the flip.
You already rolled, oh no.
So if it's a 1, it's what gender? If it's a 2, it's what gender?
One is what?
So I'm saying basically flip a coin. Heads it's what, tails it's what.
Okay, let me just re-roll that because
Yeah.
I've rolled that before. But
Call the gender
one is
first.
female.
What is?
Female.
For
You said
One is female. Okay, gotcha. All right, go for it.
It's gonna be 2 now.
Please
Nope.
Nope, you have a female.
I milk the rabbit.
The rabbit's not pregnant. Congratulations. You just started rubbing the rabbit's belly.
I rubbed the rabbit's belly. Okay.
I
Can't
don't know where the
complain,
fuck
honestly.
that
Yeah,
was
that's
going. God. You were trying to make ice cream. Fucking weirdo.
Rabbit ice cream.
Rabbit ice cream.
That's
That sounds fucking
Just
gross.
use corn.
cursed.
Let's make rabbit milk ice.
Shut up, we're moving on. So, everyone besides Signa has dispatched the rabbit.
I pet the rabbit more.
You pet the rabbit. The man in the suit walks up to you and he kind of leans down and looks at you and says, "Son, you know you have to dispatch that, yes?"
What did he do?
Oh, he has not done anything. In fact, is a simple creature, but as your compatriots have shown, it's important that this food is put to use. While he has not done anything to wrong either of us, it's important that we do treat him with respect and that we use his the energy
I
and
take the bomb out of my backpack.
No.
okay.
Cover it. Do what your character would do, Pyro.
Do what yeah, okay, you pull the bomb out.
I will blow us all the fuck up if we touch the rabbit.
Okay.
I'm holding the bomb above my head. I'm staring Aiden directly in the eyes.
All right now, son. What you doing with that? All
Tell me to
of
kill the rabbit one more time.
all of the people kind of run to the other side of the room.
I'm
And
waiting for the big guy to realize that what he's holding in his pocket is just a bigger version of the
and
door
the
knocker.
the big man runs up to you, Signa, and he does draw his shotgun. He says, "Boy, you don't want to go be doing that now."
Just one step closer. Come on. You just got to get a little closer to the suit. Come on. Just a little bit closer. Come on.
And the man in the suit kind of kneels down and he looks at the mask, I should say, looks at you, Signa, and he said, "Now, boy, you don't gotta do that, nothing. If you don't want to hurt the rabbit, there's always other ways. Why don't you just put that down, and we can just work through this at our own leisure now."
She's so close.
I will take the rabbit and I am leaving.
Okay.
Quick action, really quick.
Yeah.
Since everyone's focused on him.
Mhm.
I turn invisible
Okay.
because I have my stealth suit.
Yeah. I do want you to be aware, you did kind of drop the flower, and there's particles in the air, at least around where the man in this here. Let me see if I have a icon that I can place down just so that we're aware of it. There is flour in the air.
Yeah.
We'll just use this as a stand-in prop. So
I'm not moving.
out there, is there a way I can make this a little bit less and painful to see? I cannot. Okay, well, so just around there is this kind of like flowery mist. But yeah, we can.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Hidden behind my back, I'm gonna have the detonator ready.
Okay. All right.
I'm leaving with the rabbit.
And you are you free to do that.
Goodbye. I go up the ladder holding the rabbit.
All right, fair enough. And I'll just go ahead. So you are upstairs now. The man in the suit picks himself back up to his full height and kind of just, you can hear like an audible like sigh, just, and he kind of like dusts himself a little bit and looks around and he goes, 1, 2, Um, Dot, help me understand how the stealth suit works, because you are now trying. You are invisible, but you are trying to hide against a mech, which does have sensor range, and you are definitely within sensor range.
All invisible people can hide even without cover.
Mm-hmm.
Hidden characters can't be targeted by hostile attacks or actions. Don't cause engagement, and enemies only know their approximate location.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Attacking forces saves, taking reactions, uses boosts.
So you can only sort of see him.
Yes. So
There's a general direction of.
yes, the man in the suit kind of looks back towards the ladder and sees that there's now there's two of you that he can see, but he looks in this general direction and goes, one, two. Somebody over there is not supposed to be there. 3. And he kind of, again, he goes, now, I'm not trying to escalate nothing, just trying to make sure we're all friendly here. Do y'all still wish to continue, or are we done for the day? The big man with the shotgun kind of walks next to him.
Oh no.
Oh, he's right next to him. I could do it.
What'd your character do?
I could do it.
I'll toss my rabbit over.
I'll toss
mean,
the dead rabbit.
Okay. All right.
Well, not like throwing at him, but I'll hand it to him, I guess, or like whoever the hell.
Totally do it. Totally do it.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just making the icons a little bit easier to spot.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. So you're gonna just walk over to him and.
There's invisibility, by the way.
All attacks against invisible range attack, 30% chance to miss. Right. When an attack roll is made, roll a dice with a little pointed towards the attack. Okay. Gotcha.
I'll say, as you said before, each man has their own choices to make, and this is mine. And then I'll hand whoever the hell, whoever will take the rabbit to them.
Okay. One of the men kind of just scurry over and grabs it, and he like kneels and lifts the rabbit to the man in the suit, and the man in the suit kind of looks down and very delicately picks up the rabbit, and he goes, a lot of choices get made in moments like this, very defining ones, and I see that you've made the right choice, son. And he very gently puts down the rabbit back in the man's hand, and the man again kind of just scurries back to the other corner where there's these very large these columns. What about your friends? I know there's a man behind you and there's the man somewhere behind me, but I want you to know you are all welcome here in the cult. The man with the shotgun kind of lowers his gun and kind of brings it into like a cradle resting position.
I guess I'll handle the rabbit now.
Okay. So, are you gonna just stay where you are, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I'm.
All right.
One
So.
of the rats scurry up and yeah.
Yep. Man scurries over, grabs it, and again offers it to him. And the man in the suit kind of picks it up and goes, "Y'all making the right choice, but are you sure you want to continue? The next part, while if this scared off 2 of your compatriots is, well, once you start down this path, there's no going back."
Well, that's the last part.
Well, there's 2.
What's the last 2 parts?
He gestures towards the big man, and the big man kind of nods and walks over to the corner of the room that you guys haven't been able to see.
It's sacrifice time.
And you hear very muffled whimpering and the just and you just hear these second footsteps follow the man as he brings out
I totally should have done it. I knew it.
a woman, and she's not like emaciated but very frail and fatigued, but you see on her arm there is a L, a very bright gold
Fucking loser.
embroidered L
Loser.
that she has, and she like squints like she hasn't really been out in a while, and she just
What
kind
does
of
the L stand for?
looks up.
I asked them.
Well, as how do I phrase this? Within the conclave, within the cult, there's 4 different branches. You've got the conclave, ourselves, unity, those wretches in the luminary, and the transcendence. Each of the branches has its own way of life, if you will. The conclave, we pride ourselves on being strength and the bond that holds the pieces of the branches together. We are the roots of the foundation. But these wretches, and he kind of gestures towards the woman on the ground. Luminaries are a wild bunch, like termites in a tree, just eating away at the foundation. Inspiration and influence and eternal wisdom are often one of the many attributes that is described of a luminary, but also knowledge and truth. These group tend to keep secrets from the rest of us and often hold information hostage that many of us desperately want to find. There are many ways that we try to talk to these people, but sometimes they chew too much on the roots, if you will. And, well, opportunities don't come up like they always do, and with many of y'all, at least 3 of y'all still being here, what a better opportunity than to set an example. Now, how you go about it is your choice, but, well, either she needs to be part of the cult or she isn't part of the cult. And as he says that, the people in the corner kind of, you hear chuckling.
I see. In that case, bring her to me.
The big man kind of grabs her by the wrist and just kind of walks around Sam and just kind of pushes her in front of you.
I'm blowing up the church.
I'll walk back a bit.
All right, big man, I got her from here. You can go back over to the father there.
He kind of just and just kind of walks back over to the father.
Hey, father, want to see something pretty neat? I hold out the detonator. Baby!
All right, hang on a sec.
Emote on them, boys.
hit the Gwitty on his corpse.
Aiden, what's your armor rating?
2.
Okay. Hang on a second.
Also, I'm holding the girl behind me. I forgot that. Just take a step over here. There you go.
Space does he have? He does have space. Okay. Okay, so in this motion, I have not been mentioning it, but the man in the suit has been on Overwatch since you guys have started, and reacts to your shot by taking a shot at you, Li Jing, and he hits. He was specifically targeting either your shoulders or your head, but he's going to be hitting you with a assault rifle, with his assault rifle round. And so you're armored. So let me just, whoops, GM roll. Okay. So he shoots you for 4.
That's not including the armor, or no?
That is not including the armor.
Cool.
But he's specifically targeting. Actually, he hits you at 18. So let's go ahead and just get some turn orders going here.
My evasion is 6, not good enough.
Yeah. So let me. We need to add some turns here because this is going to go ahead and start moving rather quickly. Then Dot, we'll go ahead and have you go after before Sam, since you're still kind of. Hang on, I can't grab you. And Sam. Okay. All right. So, Aiden, you've just been shot in the arm.
Ow.
How would you like to proceed?
I'm pulling out the MG42 and I'm rattling him.
The bones. All right. So on the the MG42. That's that's not it. Okay. Let me.
Yeah, it's a custom one. I just use some special ammo, so it's a heavy signature instead.
Okay. I'll need you to roll to shoot. Okay.
Wow. That's not great.
Let me see.
How do we calculate the range? Just
Range is it should be
Yeah, you're within a small basement. I mean, you're good. So you shot for what, 3?
Yeah, 3. That's it.
Okay, so yeah, you shoot. Fuck. Hang on a second. You shoot bad.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Okay, yeah, no, you're. Yeah, so your shot just you. Boom. Again, you're in an enclosed space, and the shot echoes. The assault cannon from the man in the suit is just, deafening, but you shoot basically was a 50 caliber machine gun in a closed space, and the shot just bouncing every which way, and lands inches from Helios. But the good news is you don't hit him.
It's just a fine mist right now. You never really talked about how angry the explosive was, but I assume it's a pretty angry boy.
It's a pretty angry boy, and you're all in a very enclosed space. So do with that information as you will.
Someone's dead. I know for sure that big guy is dead, and I don't know how badly hurt suit is, but explosives tend to fucking hurt.
Helios, it's your go.
If he hasn't taken any heat damage or something.
what is the distance we can travel?
I believe it's 60. So you can pretty much clear most of the room.
Let me think. So the big guy, is he missed, or is he still there?
Oh no, he's still there. He didn't blow up. The man in the suit shot Aiden's arm.
Oh, you mean he shot me before I could do the thing?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. He was in Overwatch the entire time.
I'm sorry, I was confused. I thought I actually pulled off the thing.
No. He was in Overwatch the entire time. And yeah, he blasted your arm.
I think now, so.
Oh, sorry?
I can't. Wait, I lost the what?
He shot your arm, which lost I don't know. The way I was understanding is he shot your arm, which disabled you from clicking the button, if you will.
In that case, before anything else happens, I'm gonna ask the Luminary to push the shiny red button for me.
I will add her turn. She will be at the last of the turn order, though.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, Helios.
Cool. Okay. I guess that means I'm going. Hold on. I need a marker to get to 60 feet. There. And I will. Take a moment for this one. I'm going to half action to boost to get extra speed. So let's see here again. Yeah, I can reach this area. And then I'm going to use the other half action to hide again.
Okay, so you are still invisible.
Yep.
Alrighty. Sam.
Okay. Ugh. All right. What should I fucking do? Everything went crazy in like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Are there any other people in those cages, or was she the only one?
Roll the. Yeah, actually, yes. They're now that you guys are kind of in that side of the map, you can see that there are several other people in this corner of the room.
Okay.
It'd be funny if Pyro just pops his head back in and checks the explosive.
So I've heard the explosions, right?
There were no
There is
explosions.
no
Or not
explosions.
explosions, gunshots.
Yes, you have absolutely heard the gunshots.
Okay. I'll go with the end of everything of this turn order.
Okay. Fuck. I will, fuck's sake.
Yeah, we need
Ow.
some battle music. What's
What is this? Serenity?
Yeah. Can someone just change it to like RuneScape combat music or something like that?
Oh wait, that's right.
I'll
You're
just play the
streaming.
guitar solo.
I just like please make sure it's not copyrighted so I don't get like attacked by YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, y'all thought that you were gonna get away from me trying to monetize this.
Okay, do I know about the remote? The remote
What
that
remote?
that Li Jiang is holding, or no?
Kind of waved it in the air, saying, "Hey, look at this."
Yeah, there were several
it-
bomb threats that have gone on so far. So I think
Okay.
you're good. Yes.
I can ascertain as to the as to what the remote does.
Yeah, you have a pretty good idea. After the several
Would it-
conversations you've had with these guys and the personality traits, I'm fairly confident you got this.
Okay, would it be possible for me to run to him and press the remote? Press the big
Yeah,
red
that's
button.
an action you can definitely take. Yeah, absolutely.
We're all gonna disappear, aren't we?
Man, fuck it. I'll do that then. I'll run over.
Bazinga!
I'll
All right.
kaboo, and then I will press the red button. I will press the big red button.
Okay, let me get my measuring stick out here because this will be interesting. So you made this one extra spicy, huh?
I just
So,
and that's the basement gone.
yup. Okay, so everything that is here, I'll just go ahead and mark a roll. So he's gonna roll. He's gone. All three of you are gonna need to roll.
Okay.
These two guys that are over here are gonna need to roll. Dot, I'll have you roll with advantage because you are hidden, but you are just like on the edge, and you're still gonna need to roll for just concussion basically because you're in a fucking basement setting off like 3 pounds of C4. And basically all of the people that are down here are guaranteed to die. So.
Does evasion have any bonuses?
I'm trying to think if you can evade an explosion. I will just say yes for the sake of simplicity.
Is it what our evasion is as a plus?
Sorry?
Is the evasion as a plus?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, so what is evasion? Like does that just mean? Because I have a 10 in evasion. I don't know
So
what that
if
means.
you're gonna roll a 1d20, that is your, and if you can hit the evasion, if you can, hang on, let me think here. No, that is your chance to dodge. So I will need to roll a 1d20, and then if my roll is bigger than your 10, then you take the damage.
Yes.
So let me. Actually, I'll just let you guys appreciate this one. So.
That's only if someone's trying to.
Wow. Wow.
Literally everyone saves.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so. All right. I have sucked all of the single digits, all the single ladies, and I wasted my time marking these goobers because. So here's what happens. Your 3 pounds of C4 that you loaded into your big bad bomb Boomba Boy was actually like 1.5, and then the rest of it was more or less just concrete bits that you stuffed into it, thinking it was actually C4.
Well, the shrapnel's gonna be angry.
The man, he hears like this click, this quick like click, and he like looks down, and then from his right like hip, there's this like blossom as a combination of like concrete, hip bone fragments, blood, and just explosion just kind of glow from his hip and just light up the room. He is toast. He's just straight toast. The man in the suit kind of shifts and gets pushed a little bit, but there's nothing. I mean, for how big this thing is that you threw at him, the only man that disappears is the man in the suit. All of you are currently deafened just from the noise of the explosion. And for one turn, if there's any communication, there will be a disadvantage. But yeah, he's the only one that exploded. And that's.
I mean, all in all, that ended pretty well.
With that, it is the people, the Gretchens in the corner, and each of them is gonna start making their way over to all of you. So they're gonna go like that, as that guy's 60 feet kind of congregates, and these guys are now within range. And so Sam, I'm gonna need you to check a roll here for me.
Bet.
Roll. Does a 13 beat you?
Let me check, because I'm not sure. For what? For evasion?
Yes.
Or just for... Yeah, it beats me.
Okay. So the guy closest to you is gonna pull out a fairly decent looking like steak knife, basically, and he's gonna kind of like bring it down in an arc at you, and he's gonna put a pretty decent looking cut from your upper shoulder to your lower like left hip. If you have any armor, go ahead and apply that to the damage.
Okay. I just did, and that is all my armor. Wait. Bonuses plus 3 HP with light hard suit, so that's... I'm assuming that just takes that off.
Read it to me.
Armor.
It
How much is your armor?
says... Oh, I have 0 armor.
You get to take 3 damage.
You
then.
take 3 damage
Okay.
straight. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. Where's my health points at?
It should be on your character sheet in like the top left, if I recall.
Underneath the Lancer.
Oh, it says I have 0.
That is not correct.
I can't believe it's dead.
You have
I mean-
6.
I have 6. Okay. Is that just
You always
base?
start with 6, yeah.
Okay.
Base is 6, and
Mhm.
the bonus is +3 for armor, depending on what armor you have.
Yeah, I have a lighthearted suit, so it's at +3 HP.
So yeah, you had a base of 9 because of the hard suit, but the cut has brought you back down to 6.
Okay.
All right, and that's all of their little goofy goober turns because the other guy is fucking dead. And now it is the man with the mech's turn. So he is going to, well, he's gonna just kind of continue and open fire at you there, Aiden.
Makes sense.
20. He rolls an 8.
My evasion is 6, so it hits.
Okay. And let me just take a look here. Okay, so he again kind of just opens fire, but the gun itself is a little bit unstable from the explosion, and just and he shoots a whopping 1 damage at you.
Yeah. Good.
So the shots just kind of ring out, basically.
Yeah.
And it is your... hang on. The lady needs to go. There we go. Okay. So I added a turn for the lady that you were currently holding half hostage. Was there anything that you wanted to instruct her to do?
Get out the way.
Okay, do you push her? Does she just get out of the way?
She just gets out of the way.
Okay, so she's just gonna fucking run then, and that'll be hers. Alright, it is now your turn again, Mr. Li Jiang.
Alright.
Oh, I was gonna go at the end.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Pyro, drag your boy back into this corner here.
Oh, I wasn't coming back down there.
Oh, okay. What are you doing then?
Can I try and do a remote hack on the suit from upstairs?
Does it, I believe for most hacking you need to have direct line of sight. At least that's what you need for the mech combat.
Okay. Then I place the bomb on the floor in the middle of the room.
Where in the
Above
middle
where
of the
the-
room?
On where roughly I would think with the center of that room down there would be.
Okay,
As close as I can get to it.
okay. So you've placed that. I'll give you like one more half action because I would think that you can do a lot more than just walk to the middle of a room and place down a charge.
I get my computer out and ready it to do a attack or hack attack
Okay.
on the.
Can you drag your icon down here just so I can add you into the turn order, and then we'll just not count it. Thank you, sir. Let me just add turn. So, yep, there you are. Okay, cool. All right. I'm gonna put you up here just so that way we have it. All right. And with that, we come back to you, Dot.
All right. I'm actually gonna go here,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna go stab him around on this side.
Okay.
With my needle attack.
Okay. He is currently with his back to you, so go ahead when you attack. Roll with advantage.
Nice. This weapon can be used as a quick action, by the way.
Ooh.
So that's the first roll, and that's the second roll. Why is everything rolling so low today?
Okay, let me just... Okay, well, the first one misses, but the second one does hit.
Well, you said it was at advantage, so there's the second one.
Oh, okay, yeah, so then, yeah, you're good. It does hit.
Alright, so that is one stabby thing. He thinks it's coming from over here. And I'm just going to stand right there and use my quick action to hide.
Okay, so you were still invisible. The man gets pelted. So describe the needle gun to me.
It's not a needle gun, it's a needle.
Oh, you just
It's
straight
like
up stab him with a
reinforced-
needle.
I was going to ask you, but I think this would have been too much if I could also use my medical knowledge to try and aim for a vein.
For the next attack, if you make that call that you're going to aim for that, I will be more than happy to let you roll. You will need to, get like,
It'll be
let's...
hard to get.
Yeah, it'll be a harder attack, but you'll still be able to do the attack, but for that extra bonus, you'll need to call it, and then we'll do that like once. You can do that like once per fight or something like that.
All right.
So I would suggest definitely add that to your character notes, because I think that's definitely reasonable, but we'll have it set to like a once per fight.
Got it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead. So you literally just, so you run up to him. He just hears this just tut, 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 and then suddenly feels like a sharp stabbing pain into his
From
back.
a different side.
From one side. He looks over. He feels the stab, and he's like, "Oh, must have been the wind," and then like turns back around to face Sam. But there's like a noticeable like hole in his shoulder. All right. Newt, Sam, it's your turn again.
Okay. Does this have a like if I move out of their attack range, will they be able to attack me?
Yes, he's currently in combat. You are considered grappled with him, if you will.
Okay.
I apologize. I'll probably need to call that out as each of you guys get wrapped in. I'll make the call that you were grappled or you're not, because the thing, especially with the mech combat, is when you do become grappled.
Engaged, isn't it?
Sorry?
Isn't it called engaged?
Yes. Engaged.
Okay. And about the weapons, so a pistol you can use as a quick action, but a shotgun you can't, right?
Attacking is a full action.
Yeah.
No matter what weapon.
Okay, I gotcha.
Unless it's specified otherwise.
Yeah,
Yes.
like my weapon. That says this weapon can be used as a quick action.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why it only does 1 damage.
Alright,
Got
well,
that
I'll
damage.
Well, you
man
can
up.
fire twice, so
Yeah.
But then I can't hide.
very true.
So your move, Sam.
Okay. I will pull out my shotgun and blow his fucking face off.
All right, roll for it.
Cool.
So
Death by 1,000 pokes.
you'll just need to do like slash roll and then like a 1d20.
Wait, can I not just roll with pile of weapon 1? My shotgun?
Oh, is that, yeah, if you can just click on it. Yeah, that works. What is up with these rolls? Good God.
I think it's not doing it like normally, because we have technically like 6 as our AC.
Okay, so you let out a solid
Is that a guess?
Solid fart?
yeah, basically you let out a very audible fart.
Hey, Dad, we're blowing up the call.
And the shot goes out, but it like goes past. Like you basically shoot buckshot into the people that are currently caged behind you, and
Oh,
they
for
take
fuck's sake.
minor damage from the
Wait,
the
it's saying
pellets.
his AC is 15?
Oh no,
That was the
isn't the shot the 6s to hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's with the 15?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. His ace, his evade is 10. I don't know why I wrote that. Anyways, you do not hit him. You miss.
He
But
was trying to damage the other people.
but yeah, you do not connect with them. As the gunshots are ringing out, Travis kind of hears the gunshots through the chambers, and you just hear, "Shh, you're getting in reinforcements coming in." And once Des joins us, she'll be spawning in outside of the church, if she's alive.
This, we're shooting up a church.
I blew it up.
You blew one guy up.
You blew up one guy very violently.
Yeah, but he had a very fucking bad time.
All right. This goes on to everybody. Actually, give me like a
Pyro's
quick.
completing my mission upstairs, anyways. He's got this.
Give me like a quick 2-minute break. I need to run and grab some water. So if you
Yeah.
need to get up, grab some snacks, grab some water, please go and do
Breaky
that.
time.
Okay.
I think my dinner's
If I
ready.
go upstairs, I won't be allowed to come back down.
Yeah, I'll be back.
All right. 2-minute timer. Go.
Oh god, that fucking hurts.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Well, some of you may die.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna die.
Let me see what I got. All right, time to search up royalty-free battle music.
Yeah, again, this fucking music ain't hitting it. I definitely can't hit the goody through this song.
Alrighty. Oh shit, my water.
Come back.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Bring back.
Yes.
Alrighty, sanity check. Everyone still here?
I
Yep.
am indeed insane.
Okay. Is Pyro, Dot, and Deaths back?
Indeed, and to get into the mood of things,
What?
hold on.
Oh.
There you go, RuneScape, like you ordered.
Thank you.
Who are we missing again? Is it
Uh,
Pyro?
Pyro
I'm here.
and oh, cool. Is Des alive?
What?
Des, is your mic muted? And or switch to a different mic?
Okay. Well, I will just say we'll keep going then.
All right.
Hola.
Oh,
Oh, there she is.
Oh
Hola.
shit.
I'm just like eating.
Understandable. All right, then everyone's alive. Let's just go ahead and keep her going. So, okay, so we've got the minions' turn. The guy that you stabbed, Dot, is going to turn around, and you are currently invisible. What is the rules to try and spot you, or are you just untargetable?
all attacks against invisible characters, regardless of type, have a 50% chance to miss outright.
Mhm.
Before an attack roll is made, roll a dice or flip a coin to determine if the attack misses.
Yep.
Additionally, invisible characters can always hide even without cover.
Mhm.
Hidden characters can't be targeted by hostile attacks or actions, don't cause engagements, and enemies only know their approximate location.
Hmm.
Attacking, forcing saves, taking reactions, using boost, and losing cover all remove hidden after they resolve. Characters can find hidden characters with search.
Okay, so I can find you a search. All right, and then how does the search feature work? So I would just need to roll, and then if I beat your search, then the guy knows where you are.
The approximate location.
Right, the approximate location, and then I'd still have to go through the 50% chance to
50%.
hit and all that stuff. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it might be opposing rules with my act unseen or unheard. I'm not too sure how you want to roll it that way.
One more time.
That might be opposing roles where I can use act unseen or unheard with my hide.
Is that a trigger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't use triggers in combat.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Sorry,
then
well, I'm hidden though.
I guess I'm gonna just roll what, a 1d20, and then you'll roll a 1d20, and then that'll be the search.
I guess I don't know how this is.
We'll learn. We'll learn. If we have to house rule it a little bit until we find the correct answer, or someone corrects me, we'll go with that. All right.
13.
Yeah, he don't see you. So the first guy's action is to look for you. He does not see you, and that's all he can really do because that's his action. Because he's not moving anywhere. The other guy is going to also engage you, Sam, and he's going to try and roll to hit you.
Alrighty.
Uh,
That does not hit.
yeah, no, it does not. So
He misses me while I'm being grappled by somebody else.
how? That is, man. I don't even have the restrictions. I think I have consistently rolled under 10. I have. No, okay, the only time I rolled under 10 was when fucking Aiden threw a bomb in a crowded church over 15 people and it landed at Pyro's feet. That is the only time in the past fucking, 2 hours and 21 minutes that I have rolled over a 10. Okay, so the first guy is gonna swing at you. He's gonna miss horribly. Because he rolled so poorly, he's gonna be marked as prone, as in he swung, slipped on some like mildew on the floor, and is currently on the ground. So I'll give him this yellow tag to say that anyone that attacks him until the next turn, until he gets up, will have advantage.
Okay.
The guy that is currently next to you, though, Mr. Sam, is also going to try and roll a attack.
Also misses.
Also misses, so that's a nothing from him. And then the last guy that is going to now engage you, Li Jing. He's going to engage you. Roll. Let's see if he can do anything. Does he engage? Does he hit you with an 11? Hello? Li Jing? Does an 11 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay. You will be taking a whopping 3 damage.
Oh boy.
So he kind of pulls back the knife and he's just like swings it at you and he gets you. Gets you right in the same.
Wait.
Huh?
With a knife?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a medium AC or? Okay. Yeah, they'll just yeah.
What?
No, it's just medium ACs do 2 damage, so I was a little confused.
Oh, this is a sharpened
Is it-
knife.
Okay, I see.
It's a very.
Sharp boy.
It's a monomolecular spicy knife.
It's
Damn.
a spicy boy. It's a
Spicy
spicy
boy.
boy. No.
Yes. So he
Okay,
stabbed you.
sorry, continue.
No, you're good. He does stab you in the same spot that you got shot at, though. It do hurt. It's a pretty spicy sting.
That shit hurted.
That shit hurted. And the man in the suit is going to try and continue to just blast you away, my boy. They don't like you, Aiden.
No, come on.
Well, does a 19 hit?
Yeah. It hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
You
God.
just have high rolls against Aiden.
Apparently.
To be fair, he did try to bomb a church.
I think
kind
that
of-
And completed, sort of.
In Lancer.
in Lance.
Lancer, FBI, don't care.
Okay, and the assault cannon does a 2.
Thank God.
Aiden, what is your current HP?
6.
Okay, so just for sake of communication, so that we were all on the same book here, if anyone does hit 0, you will be going into a downed. I believe there's a down but not out state.
Yeah.
But I want you to directly message me a 1d3, and that will be how many turns that you have until you are, the big spooky skeleton man. But you cannot communicate it with your team. Okay.
Okay.
All right, with that, the little old lady goes, and now, Pyro, you are currently upstairs in the church. You've planted
Set
the
off
bomb.
the bomb.
Set off the bomb, all right. So you hear click, 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 boom! And there is a audible explosion. Roll a 1d100 for me. Let's just see how spicy this boom boy. Okay, so there is now
Pretty spicy.
there is a gaping hole in the in between the pews that you placed this bomb. For a sake of reference, I'm going to use the dust cloud just as reference, then I'll put this thing back. There is a hole about that large currently above you guys. And for a sake of reference, so you guys are aware, this is heard outside of the church for the size of the explosion. Let's see. I want everybody that is currently, everybody that's underneath the explosion to roll a quick agility check, as there is debris and stuff falling down.
You roll it.
Is that just a
Fuck's
D20?
sake! What the
Yeah,
hell?
it'll be a 1d20. Okay. Okay. Let me roll for
Get
1d.
a 2, please. Because it'd be funny.
Okay, so this is gonna clear. So the man in the suit stands up and is good. The man that is currently prone is going to stay prone. The man that you were stabbing, Helios, is now prone, and then the 2 people that are that are engaged with not Sigma, but Li Jiang and Newt are still standing, and then of course Li Jiang is currently prone on the ground.
I hate it here.
We do a little trolling. So there's a huge explosion. That is I'll count that as a half action because you didn't really do anything else. Signa, you have one half action left. What else would you like to do?
question. What is counted as a half action technically?
I believe you can use that to still make any movement if you would like, and then any sort of half action that you have with your abilities. So you cannot, I believe firing you cannot do unless it's like a half action, as that it's considered a full action. And then if there's any sort of like doors or levers or things like that you want to check.
Then I'm gonna activate my stealth hard suit.
Okay.
With my quick action.
He too is in Stealth Gang.
He is now in Stealth Gang. Okay.
I go invisible.
Same.
Okay. Signa, I want you to roll a 1d20 for me real quick. Okay, never mind. All right,
Hey, Ghost, look in the...
yeah. What am I looking? Oh.
Look in the Lancer.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. That's perfect. That's perfect. All right, so I'll hold on to that for future reference. So Li Jiang, it is now your go.
Holy shit.
It exists.
Alright. So when you say I'm prone, which way am I facing?
I will let you decide, since you jumped out of the way of like debris that fell. So wherever you fall, I won't count you as engaged anymore. But you are still on the ground.
I'm gonna say stomach down.
Okay.
'Cause now I can just keep firing my signature weapon at this fucko.
Okay.
I'm
Roll.
not getting up.
Roll for it.
Yeah, finally.
I believe that actually hits. Yes.
You got no armor, you bitch. I know how you work, Duskwing.
Well, hang on. Let me take a look here, because... Yeah, no armor. Okay, so you do... So what, you did 4 damage?
4 damage.
Okay.
Better than nothing. Slowly but surely.
Yes, but... okay, so you let off a very steady stream, just... And you just hear as these shots just... And you can see that the man in the suit kind of recoils and flinches from these shots. The holy then art thou robes are singed and slowly smoldering off his suit as the rounds, penetrate his armor, or lack thereof, or really.
Oh yeah.
Helios, it is your turn.
All right. I would like to mention prone.
Yes.
Attacks against prone targets receive +1 accuracy.
Yes.
All right. But I won't do that.
Okay.
Instead, let's see here. E. I go over here.
Are we listening to RuneScape music?
Yeah.
I think
I
so.
love that. Okay, continue.
Yeah.
sorry.
When is
Guess
Nest
what?
happening? Because wasn't she supposed to be in like the beginning of the round?
I heard she was eating, so I didn't know where we were at with that.
Oh.
Oh, well, I finished eating.
Okay,
But-
Pog.
Also, like, it's okay. I'm okay with listening. Like, insert me when it makes the most sense.
Aiden,
When Pyro's
feel a
turn
light-
kicks in, we'll have you come in.
You'll have a light tap on your face
Thank you.
as you get patched up.
Spend a charge
Spend a
to apply
charge to
patch
apply a
by
patch.
yourself or adjacent, restoring half of their maximum HP. Patches have no
Nice.
effect on down and out pilots. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
So,
else?
what does that put you at for HP,
Nine.
Yuzhang?
9. I mean, I only lost 3, so I'm back up to 9.
Solid. Okay. And then Sam, you're at 6, correct, for your current count?
Yeah.
And then Helios, are you at 12 or are you at 6?
6. I have not taken any damage, and I'm still hidden.
Yes.
No one has found me.
Yes, yes. Okay, very good. All right. And that is your turn?
Yep.
Alrighty. Sam.
Sam just sees what's called Lynn's face move up a little, and then
Yeah, actually, I apologize. Let me describe that. So, as the dust is settling, or is kind of still falling down, Li Jiang, you suddenly feel like a on like your forehead as like this dust cloud in front of you kind of just like wafts around. You're not quite sure what happens, but you suddenly see like this pair of bandages start floating towards you as it gets wrapped around your shoulder, and you feel the immediate soothing effects as the bandage and the stimulants, you know, that have been applied to the bandage start to take effect, and you feel a very rapid rejuvenation of yourself.
Oh yeah.
Healthy. But Sam, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'll shoot the one that's about to attack. Fucking Li Jiang. I'll shoot that one.
Okay, so
with
this
a
guy.
shotgun. Yeah.
All right. You got an alert. Survey says you hit.
Bet.
And how much damage you rolling?
Okay. Oh fuck! I should have just rolled with my thing, but damage to fuck. I don't fucking. I'm really bad with this. This is what it is. I don't know. I'm assuming that's just the damage that it would do.
Rolling 5 equals 5. So it did 2 damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
It has a D2 to its damage by the looks of it.
So is it 5 plus 2?
It's not a D, it's just a flat 2 damage.
The 5 is range.
5 is range, 5 is
Okay.
Oh, then damn, Aiden, we're gonna need to nerf the shit. Oh no, 4 is not that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, his is a heavy.
It's a heavy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that
base
sounds about
game.
right. Okay,
I haven't
okay,
done
we
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we good. All right, never mind then. Okay,
Plus
cool.
I have to load my gun every time. I have to take an entire turn.
Aiden was like, I didn't do
Well,
that.
when it fires. Yeah. Okay, so Sam, you swing your shotgun around as the explosion comes, the dust flying everywhere, and the man that is currently
Real quick, I'm just gonna grab more food while this goes on. I'll be back.
as you're going to swivel the gun and just blast a meaty chunk out of the shoulder guard of the man closest to Li Jiang, and you just hear an audible ah as he gets just peppered with this buckshot. Stabby time.
Right. Time for me to get stabbed.
So that guy spends a turn getting up. That guy spends a turn getting up. This guy's going to engage you, and he's gonna roll. No fucking way. Hang on. D.
Yeah, you put once. Yeah, that's still the
Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, so does a 5 hit you?
No.
No. Fucking mystery of that one. Okay, the other guys who just got shot is going to try and go after. Holy fuck.
Li Jiang is prone, but
But a 4?
yeah, he still misses.
He still misses. Okay, well, this fucking goofy goober swings his shit and, like, misses hard and fucking lands on his stomach on the ground over here. Oh my god, what a fucking bunch of bozos. Holy shit. Alright, so they all go.
You know, it's funnier with the music, because, like, this music is kind of comical. And the fact that
Like-
they're just swinging and missing.
What a bunch of bozos. That's absurd. Alright, so, the man in the suit is going to go, and he is going to spend a turn looking for you, Helios. Or he's going to spend an action. He's going to try and spend an action.
So it's contested rolls.
Yep.
Come on, big money. Yeah.
Oh my god. I have to be doing this wrong, right?
Speaking, I don't know, man.
Like, there's no... I have unironically...
I mean, you rolled a
Look at
17,
that!
so-
Yeah, 117 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
You also
rolls.
rolled a 14.
I guess it
Roll
is.
the
It's not your
14.
lucky day, man. Don't
I,
be loving
no,
to
no, no. I'm not upset. I'm amazed at how mono rolling I have been. Like the odds, I want to check. I would love to know the odds of rolling this low for this long. That's funny. Anyways, okay, so he's gonna spend his turn to search, and he does not see you. So that's that. That's that. All right,
The
Des.
lady.
If you can click your character down here, I just need it so that way I can add you to the turn order. Thank you, thank you. And you're going to be outside of the church, as that's where you were last. Hang on, let me try and find you. There you are. There we go. Okay. You are outside of the church, and I want you to roll a 1d20 to observe real quick for me. Okay, never mind. So you're just fucking beelining it. You kick in the door, and you are, we'll just say for the sake of simplicity, you are currently in the church. Here, let me just real quick so that way you have a general idea of where you are. And let me clean this up just real quick because there's a bit of stuff kind of everywhere. So bop, 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 bop. You. If you can give me your player token, please. Thank you. All right. So let me. Oh, this is perfect. This is just nice meaty little portal. Okay, so for the sake of imagination, while you were away, Pyro blew a giant fuck all hole in the middle of the church. And that's what you got. You came in.
Perfect. Holy shit.
There you go. You came in on this side, and there we go. And scene. So go for it. All right.
Just falls in.
Sure.
You told me to go for it.
I didn't mean jump in the hole. All right, so let me just drag us back down then. All right, yeah. I'm gonna need you.
Where do I fall?
You're gonna lead Landon right here. I need you to roll in athletics, just to see how well this is gonna go.
Well, within falling.
Mhm.
Wait, let me see.
I'll give you advantage because you willingly jumped down into this hole with the mindset you're gonna fall at least a floor. So I'll give you at least advantage for the roll.
How do I roll with advantage?
Just roll 2 1d20s, and then we'll take the higher of the two. So you rolled a 7. Okay, so it's still a 7, and you fell a story. So
Well, can I at least fall on one of these guys?
no, you just jumped. You just said fuck it, YOLO. So all right, let me paint the scene here. As the man in this, no, it was who? Oh my god, who went before you? Yeah, so the man in the suit does a sensor check, so there's just a bzzz as he like looks around, and then suddenly you just hear, and then as like this 5'4" nothing girl just plummets down and fucking eat shit on the floor, currently proned. There's Des. There's your turn. I don't know. So yeah, you're now in combat. You are prone because you fell into the pit and did not roll high enough to not land on your feet.
Can I pretend to be dead? She's just gonna
roll a
open,
1d20.
She's just gonna open one eye and see everyone, and then just quickly close.
Okay. Hang on.
We all just freeze frame in the middle of this battle and we see Des on the floor. Anyways.
I need all three of you to roll a 1d20.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Alright.
fuck.
So,
The duality of
Sam,
man.
you know she's faking it. Li Jiang, you think she's fucking dead, like guaranteed dead. And Helios, you just watched a girl commit suicide. Only one of you knows that she's alive right now.
Was she one of yours? I don't know who the fuck that is.
So,
Well, they are pronounced dead.
hang on a sec. I
There
need
is
to.
nothing we can do for them.
It's the fact that the doctor thinks she's dead. Ah, shit.
Damn, that sucks, bro.
To be fair, there's a lot of blood.
There's no
There is
way
a lot
she
of
would have
blood.
survived that fall. Look at that.
Okay, so I have rolled for the Goonies, and
It's like a 10-foot drop. No way she could have possibly survived that.
She's fucking dead for sure.
well,
That's far too high.
she jumped in and she did the fucking Gibby meme of she hit the ground and bounced a little, and like,
yeah,
and then
instead
just,
of Gibby, you just heard ah.
and then that was it. Like she didn't just stop moving after that. So that was that. Signa, it is your turn. I will ask for you to again roll a 1d20. Okay, you do not notice anything still. You do hear thumping, though, from the very, like, moderate distance.
Okay.
It is,
outside though.
yes,
Oh, okay.
it is your turn.
Okay, how do you do a hack attack? I'm trying
So,
to figure this out.
you need to have line of sight, and then you basically initiate a tech attack. So you will roll, I believe it's you initiate it, and then I need to roll
You have to
to,
roll a d20. It has to be higher than the E defense.
yes.
Hello.
Can I add my hacker fix?
How
trigger
are
for-
you? Oh my goodness, look at you. I haven't seen you in so long.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
What the fuck?
You did? Then, like, where are my kisses?
Wait, what?
What?
What is happening?
That was just
What the Des, you good?
Sorry, I forgot I was,
Wait, yeah.
Yeah?
I'm role playing on fucking GTA.
Yeah? Yeah, you sure? Jesus
Yeah.
fuck. Wow, alright.
Sorry, I just got on. I haven't been online in like forever, man.
Can you please set yourself to push to talk?
I thought I was.
Yes!
Sorry.
so I ask yet again. Can I add my hacker fix thing to it?
Can you read the description? I believe that's specifically
No,
for, like...
That's a skill trigger.
Hold on. Triggers can only be used for role-playing means.
There we go.
If it's a combat thing, you can't use it.
Yeah, so there you go. The lore master knows. Thank you, Wade.
You're welcome.
Then I just roll a d20.
Yes, so you roll a d20, and then you have to beat the max tech attack, and you tie it. So, Aiden, this is where I'll ask you, actually, because I'm not 100%. If it matches, I'm assuming that the defense wins.
I don't think it states. I don't remember. Actually,
You know, all right,
honestly,
let's-
but I leave that up to DM discussion.
All right, so
Maybe
roll.
look up
We'll
point
keep
or
this fair.
something.
Roll 1d100. If it's over 50, we'll consider it a successful. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, you good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. You good, Chief? Yeah, you good. That's a successful hack.
So then the invade thing.
You're gonna have to read that to me because this will be the first time I'm actually engaging with a tech attack hack.
Yeah. When you make an invade, you mount a direct electronic attack against a target.
Huh?
To invade, make a tech attack. Line of sight. On success, your
2
target takes 2 heat,
Uh-huh.
and you choose one of the invasion options available to you.
Okay.
Fragment signal is available to all characters and additional object. You send false information to false information, obscene messages, or phantom signals to your target's computer core. I'm sending him porn.
Wait.
It's just pop-up ads in his.
It's McDonald's propaganda.
Would you like a Big Mac? McDonald's.
Would you like a Sprite cranberry?
McDonald's pop-up ads. I'm sending him.
Okay, so you're gonna send him. Okay, and what does that do exactly in terms of the combat?
He becomes impaired and slowed until the end of their next turn.
Okay. And then the
Max half capacity.
yeah, the he's good on the heat capacity. He's still good. Okay, and then the slowed and impaired. Can you explain that to me?
Looking.
Because I'm assuming if he's slowed, that's pretty self-explanatory. But impaired, does that just mean he like has disadvantage?
Impaired characters receive plus blank on all I don't know. It looks like a
Hold
little.
on. Impaired characters receive +1 difficulty on all attacks, saves, and skill checks.
Oh, okay.
In other words,
Yeah, he's rolling with -1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, sounds good.
And then slowed, slowed characters can make their standard move on their own turn. They can't boost or make any special moves granted by talent systems or weapons.
Gotcha. All right, sounds good. And then that is your attack. You're not moving anywhere. You're not going to jump off the thing.
Oh, I'm just gonna stay hidden up there.
All right, sounds good. Okay. Li Jiang,
hey, I'm loading.
you're loading.
Anyways,
Oh,
next
yeah.
person's turn.
Okay. You're gonna stay prone.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Helios.
I have advantage down here. I'm a smaller target.
All right. Why not? I'm gonna run up to the man. And welcome to London. Gift to the Lancer.
Oh, now
Welcome to London. I'm gonna stab him twice.
All right. Roll for it.
He's shaking the mech.
Yeah, you are engaging the mech.
Oh, you got a license for getting stabbed, do you?
Yeah, but it'll be funny if this works. That's a 10.
That is a 10, and he doesn't have armor, so yeah, that does hit.
He's
And
got
then
1 health, the motherfucker.
the second stab, an 11. Welcome to London.
So you do
You
2
shanked him
damage.
twice and you walked away.
If I'm understanding correctly, you did a total of 2 damage, or is that?
Yeah,
2 damage, yeah.
Okay, man, you guys are just whittling them down.
Welcome to London.
So, in the chaos and confusion, the shadow figure of.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I use my mag clamps to get on top of them.
Okay.
Mag clamps do not have an action.
They do not have an action. Okay. All right, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay, so you're now riding the cowboy.
Yeah. Welcome to London. Now we're in Texas.
Can you grapple a half mech? Oh, sorry, I'm just. Or
That is a
ride
good
half mech?
question. Let me phrase it like this. I don't believe you guys as non-mech characters can.
Oh yeah, he can do it. It's no problem.
Wait, one more time. What?
He can grapple it.
Yeah, he can grapple it. It's just
I'm not grappling.
but he's right. He's
Yeah,
not
you're
grappling,
riding it.
but he is engaged
No,
with.
you're riding it, but it's called grapple, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, that's my fault. Confusion there.
No, it's all good. All good. Okay. This is getting messy so fucking quick.
He's getting like filled with a bunch of random pop-ups and then he gets
Jesus.
stabbed twice.
Yes.
Try
So.
the new Big Mac. Oh, we're fucking big.
It's like the fucking. Have you guys seen the meme where it's like, Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac, is this your IP address? And it like just.
It's funny because I'm also still invisible.
Yeah. Sam, it is your turn.
All right, bet. So, is there any way for me to break out of this grapple?
You can like push him away as long as you. I believe there's a half action to disengage.
Oh.
Aiden, I'll need you to confirm that with me here because I believe he can, as long as he's like pushing him away or doing something to create space, then you can run.
Pilot.
Huh?
Reloads.
The grapple ends when either character breaks agency, such as if they are knocked back by another effect. The attacker chooses to end the grapple as a free action. The defender breaks free by succeeding on a contested hull check. Oh, this is.
Yeah, so
I'll
you
take this
can you can take an I'll say like you can take an action to break away basically to disengage because you are facing him, so it's not like you're running or anything like that.
Yeah. Fuck. I was gonna try and like break free from him and then run past him.
Yeah, there is a
Get
disengage.
to.
It's a full action
Okay.
Stay
Gotcha.
free from dangerous situations.
till the end of your current turn. You're in one engagement, and your movement does not provoke reactions.
Tell you what. I'll just fucking shoot the guy.
Reasonable.
I'll just fucking shoot.
Just get the guy. Yeah, that works. That works. Yeah, you hit.
Eight.
I'll give you advantage on your I'll give you crit on your attack because that's pretty good.
All right. I'll just click my fucking my shotgun thing.
Yep.
2.
And then how's crit does crit double or is it just like a bonus?
Uh,
I saw it here a second ago. Let me look. Attacks, critical hits on a critical hit. All damage dice are rolled twice.
Okay, so
and
just
the highest result from each source of damage is used.
okay, so yeah, just roll yeah.
It's just 2.
So it's just 2.
Roll-
So you
Okay.
crit. Good job. You crit. So okay, so you just do the
no,
and
so you roll 2, but you take the highest one.
Yeah, but
yeah, but it's a
His
set.
is
highest,
automatically does
highest
2
I can get
damage.
is 2 though.
He just does 2 damage if he
He
hits.
he max damaged his 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you and you take off another meaty chunk of this man's shoulders. As he just kind of continues to just he gets pushed back a little bit because you pumped him full of fucking 12 gauge, and
Nice.
a good meaty shot. You are no longer engaged. There's enough space between you currently.
Okay, but if I was to like move, like
On your
let's
next
say-
turn, yes.
yeah, if I was to move this way on my next turn and he wasn't still engaged with me, would that count as like them having attack of opportunity on me or no?
Yes, you'd be running past both of them within stabbing range.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. Just
Speaking of which, so the closest man to the prone body is actually going to turn around because there's a dead body in front of him.
it's just dead.
It's
she's
just
fucking
dead. And he's going to go ahead and he's going to approach you, Sam. And he's going to roll to try and stab you. Slash roll 1d20.
That does not hit.
Wild. The next goofy goober that you just pumped full of lead is actually going to try and make a break for it, and he's going to run hang on, I need a measuring tape here. Is that, and he's going to run past the dead body and start getting the fuck out of there.
Okay, so if he runs past my range, does that mean that I have an attack of opportunity on him?
If you were in Overwatch, yes.
gotcha.
But in this case, since you weren't, and like usually a reactionary shot would be like if you were in melee range, you could do an attack of opportunity. If it's a ranged shot, unless you're in Overwatch, then no.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, next man who is currently prone next to Li Zhang is going to spend his action getting up again. And that leaves us with the guy closest to you. And he is going to try and take a stab at you. That time he
That
does
hits.
get you.
That fucking hits.
Slash roll 1d4. Hits you for a 2.
Okay.
Alrighty. So now we're gonna get to the man in the suit who is currently under a tech attack and currently getting rodeoed by an invisible man. So this is where I'll need to ask because I don't actually know off the top of my head. Does he need to break the tech attack to disengage from it, or
No, it just says it ends at the end.
It
of his
ends at-
turn.
your turn or his turn?
His turn.
Okay, so he is now done with the tech attack, correct?
Once it's the end of his turn.
Oh, the end of his turn. Okay, so he's still under the effects until his turn is done.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to he does know that there is a man on top of him. He does feel that, so he's gonna try and reach to grab the thing on top of him. He can't see anything because of all the Burger King ads or the McDonald's ads, but he's going to try and grab for you, Helios, and
How does it work?
he's just gonna try and grab you to get a hold of you, but he is, hang on, let me roll again, because I need to roll and see disadvantage, because he's currently censored. So, I'm gonna ask you to roll a 1d20, and if you beat a 5, you're good.
I'm good.
You're good. So, Spence's turn trying to reach out and grab you, but because of all the McDonald's ads and the fact that you're kind of like above him, it just doesn't quite work out, so that's his turn. The woman is currently cowering, and Des, you are currently prone, playing dead on the floor.
I am indeed. Okay. I wish to look around the room.
Okay.
And get a good idea of what the fuck is happening. I have no idea.
I mean, I won't even count that as an action. You can spend, just a quick second after everything is still going on because no one's noticed that you're on the ground besides Sam. But he's currently busy to really help you. So take a look. You've got all the time.
Alright.
But I will say no one
Well-
can currently explain as to what is going on to you.
Well, yeah, obviously, but like,
None
who
of
the
them can
fuck?
hear
What the
you.
fuck do these guys? What are they wearing? Like, what is going on? Who are these
So
people?
I'll kind of explain as to where you're at right now. You are currently at the bottom of a dungeon. There are 4 pillars that surround you, and in the corner you see that there is a cage with several people that look extremely frail. The robed hooded figures in white, I couldn't find one in white, but they are all wearing white, are currently in the process of trying to stab your friends. One of which is currently holding off 2 of the robed figures, one of which is very bloodied, but currently is in the action of just finishing loading his rifle. But you do see a very significant and banded gash on his shoulder. And then to the north of you, you see the remaining bits of a man who pretty much looks like he got turned into confetti pieces. And another man who just
You
ran
see
past
2
you.
boots there.
Alrighty.
Next to the far end, you see what appears to be a very ornate Duskwing suit that has several bullet penetrations and singed garments that it seemed to have been wearing. And that's all that you can really spot. What you gonna do?
Honestly, I just looked at my sheet, on Roll20, and I realized that like it has none of my stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So 1 second, I'm gonna bring up the actual sheet. 'Cause I know I have a gun.
Yeah.
I just
That's
don't know what
definitely
kind of gun. Lancer. How do I bring up the Lancer thing?
It's CompCon.
Hopcom. Thank you. I do I I have a pilot weapon.
Yep.
Where do I keep that? Like in my back pocket?
Yeah, it's in your inventory.
Right. Well, I'm gonna take it out like very slowly,
Okay.
and
So
I'm
you
gonna
draw your weapon
and I'm gonna point it.
at.
If I look at this guy,
Yeah.
well, actually, if I look at all the guys,
Yeah.
any of them seem like they have any kind of like injury to them.
From a quick check, you can't really see anything. You're kind of in a bad spot because you're face first on the ground. So
What? I'm obviously looking. What do you mean?
Well, like you're on your stomach. Sorry, let me rephrase it.
Yes.
You're on your stomach,
I'm prone.
prone. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I can still look up.
you know, roll a 1d20. Let's see if you can spot anything.
Yeah, some perception, please.
You don't see shit.
Fuck. All right.
Really look like
Well,
her.
Des, your head still hurts. Everything's kind of woozy.
It's a little
You
fuzzy.
just fell.
Yeah, I'm just like all kinds of fucked up right now. Hey,
Your
whatever.
face is covered in blood because you landed in it.
I guess I can just like. It doesn't really matter what guy I shoot at. I'm gonna shoot at the one that's already fighting my friend.
Okay. I'll need you to roll.
I will roll.
What? Well, let me ask. What are you shooting specifically?
I am specifically shooting a heavy signature pilot weapon, which would happen to be
It's whatever you want it to be.
I know.
It does matter though, and that's why I
Oh, I
asked.
see the problem now.
Heavy signature. Are you going for
want it
rifle
to
stuff?
Yeah, I was.
It's a 50 caliber anti-material rifle.
Thank you. That's exactly what it is.
I was sitting here waiting for her to go rocket launcher.
Well, I want to be a sniper, so I brought this mortar with me.
All right, so I'll need you to roll for the shot.
And
Don't get a natural one.
I'm guessing that's just
That does not hit.
Wow.
So let me play the scene out here for you. So after kind of quietly peeking your opening your eyes and seeing a man scuttle past you and seeing the combat going on around you, you kind of very quietly and gently pull out your 50 caliber sniper rifle and try and line it up on the man currently trying to do the British welcome to Sam. And as you kind of and
That's 15 feet away.
you basically blind shoot past him, alerting everyone to the fact that you are alive, but you are prone. And it like
Wait a minute. Can I shoot it and then just pretend to be dead again?
you used your full action to shoot the gun, so I'll have to say no. And everyone now knows you're alive, but the shot whiffs hard, and it like the bullet like buries itself in the wall on the other side of the dungeon. All right, Signa, I'm gonna ask you one final time to roll with advantage on a 1d20.
It's sort of a free action.
Sorry?
Pretending to be dead again. Yeah, it's sort of a free action.
He just goes limp again.
Yeah.
Still
You can
holding the
absolutely
gun.
just go limp again as a free action.
Free breathes her last breath.
Is that like genuinely? I don't know.
No, that is there's actually a thing. You got one full action or two quick actions, a move, an overcharge, a reaction, and a free action every turn.
And
Okay.
a free action, from what I remember, is like dropping your gun or something like that.
Right, right, but she's already on the ground. So, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'll give you that. Des, I
She
need you
goes
to
further
roll.
into the dirt.
Des, I need you to roll a 1d100.
It's gonna be a 2.
Okay, so you shoot the gun, and then in an act of like grace and beauty, you just go, ah, and then slump back down on the ground. No one buys it.
Oh my goodness, he is dead.
You're dead again. Dead. He's not big surprise.
Respect
So-
London.
So, Signa, I do need you to roll with advantage. There we go. Okay. So, over the past couple turns, you have heard the stomping outside of the church getting progressively louder and louder. And finally, after a good while, you can hear the front doors of the church just boom, just get kicked the fuck in. You cannot see here. Let me actually let me hide it so that way it's more lower mischief. Here we go. You cannot see it, but you hear the front door get knocked the fuck in, and you do hear shouting on the other side of the door.
Hack up my computer. Go into full stealth mode.
So, you go into stealth. Okay.
Or I think it technically was in stealth.
Yeah, you are still in stealth. Yeah, because all you did was the tech attack, and that was that.
Yeah.
So let me give you the hidden insignia. There we go. You're a sneaky lad. Are you going to do anything? Again, you're still up. You still have full action and range and everything like that. It is your call.
I pull out my KS-23.
Okay.
My 4-gauge shotgun. I'm gonna shoot at the dude in the pit, the whatever his face is,
The man in the
mech
suit.
dude. Yeah,
Okay. I'll ask you to
it
roll.
is a heavy signature, so
You do hit, and you hit for 4. Nice.
heavy signature 4-gauge.
Very nice. All right, so let me okay, so you kind of lean over the pit, as because of your position you have to kind of like look well over the crater that you've created, but you do see the man in the suit, and you kind of like you do this very ugly like lean over. You hold the gun with both hands, but you're holding it almost like you almost look like you're trying to like shoot your foot off without bracing the gun, but you're like poking it down the hole basically to like get at the angle you need, and you squeeze the trigger and with all your might. You do hold on to the gun. You do manage to hold on to it, and this orb just goes off, and the buckshot just sprays and shreds. Thankfully, with the good accuracy that you placed, you managed to avoid hitting the man currently on top of the mech, but you do absolutely just shred. Like these shots just the suit, and you can see it's like limping really bad from that.
Well, do I still have movement, I guess?
Yes, you do have movement, but because you have shot, you are non-visible anymore because of the combat.
Incorrect. Invisibility only breaks when you take damage.
Okay, never mind. You're still invisible.
Thank you, Dot.
I thought that was as soon as you take an action, you lose invisibility. Because that's why. Because when you were moving, you went from stealth. You moved.
I hid.
You hid. Right, but he's using a stealth suit as well, correct?
Yes.
So.
Wait a minute. Hold on, I need to double check.
Okay.
Because it might be with the suit. It's yeah. So on the stealth suit, as a quick action, pilots wearing stealth hard suits can become invisible.
Okay.
They cease to be invisible if they take any damage.
Ah, that's the only description. Or okay.
Yeah, the Compodium entry.
Got you. Okay, perfect. Then yeah, my bad. You're still invisible then. Okay. Cool.
Okay. I
So
just wanted to move like over here, just
yeah.
be,
Then
like, kind of
go ahead and move.
Shove them all in the hole.
Yep. There you go.
sneaky, hiding like behind the pew.
All right, and with that, we're gonna move back down to Mr. Li Jiang.
My turn.
Yes.
I think me and Dot were the only two who did our homework. Ghost said, "Yeah, we're gonna probably need to be a little stealthy on this."
You do hit, and you hit good.
I got the stealth suit so I can apply patches to people, aka Aiden.
All right. So you shoot, and it hits this man for a structure shot. So it hits deep, and he goes like that. You hit. Where are you targeting with this shot?
What? Yeah. center mass, I guess.
Well, sorry, let me correct me if I'm wrong. When you hit and you do a structure damage, that hits a certain thing, no? Or if you hit structure damage, then it's just the HP resets.
I honestly don't remember. Hold on. It's in the compendium somewhere. Glossary. No. Reference. Okay, so you roll a 1d6, something happens to you, but depending on how bad it is.
Where's that?
It's in the reference part. I don't know what else to tell you, Chief.
Okay, no, I got you. Thank you.
I'm just having to leave my book, the book open, so I can just like find stuff.
The amount of damage a pilot can receive before going down. When mechs reaches 0 HP, they take 1 structure damage and their HP resets. When they lose structure like this, mechs have to make a special structure damage check and receive a consequence based on the roll.
Yeah.
Most mechs have 4 structure and are destroyed when they reach 0 structure.
Yeah, but what are those effects? I need to find the.
Okay, here, hold on. Ghost, I'm gonna send you a link.
Thank you.
Guys, I gotta be right back.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking at the references, but I'm trying to find the.
Structure damage, like the actual
That's
consequences.
the first thing there.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
structure
okay,
damage,
yeah,
yeah.
okay. Wow, I was just being a goofy goober. My bad.
Yeah,
I just wasn't
yeah.
actually fully reading the whole thing. Ha! Alright, GM. Roll 1d6. Whoops. Okay. That. So you shoot, and by doing that, part of the mech is torn off by the damage. On a 1 through 3, all the weapons on one mount are destroyed, and you choose. So I'm saying, where are you aiming? Because you're choosing which system is being destroyed / which weapon. Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know what he's got on him.
Well, he's got a gun.
Yeah, that'll do. Guess shooting the gun, I guess.
So the shot basically shreds and takes off the mount that the gun was currently positioned on. So the man in the suit only has basically his dukes, and he takes a very painful. You hear an audible scream as what feels like, part of the suit is ripped from the body of the man, and he is in agony. But Helios, it is now your turn.
Time to send them back to London town, boys.
Okay.
Double stab. I believe plot armor.
Getting water, I'll be back.
That totally misses.
Wow. All right, so yeah, you rolled up. You nat one. Okay.
Dot is literally on top of him.
Yeah, you're literally on top of him. I'm gonna say you fall off of him with how bad of a swing that is. I mean, you literally like swung with all your might and then just missed. So you lose grapple with him, and you're currently I'll put you next to him, but you are not actually on him anymore.
I know what I'll do. I'm gonna roll inside this dude's exploded body. No, actually, I won't do that. Is there a gun? Is this shotgun still there? Or did it get
No,
destroyed?
it's just bits of stuff. Like there's goblets and pieces, but nothing of that man or the armor or the weapon that he was or that was there is gone. Is there anymore? Ugh.
I'm a hide.
Fair enough. Sam, your go.
All right. So you said it'd take an action to disengage?
Correct.
Okay. And I can get away with that if I run the other way.
There are 2 of them currently engaged with you, so yeah.
Okay.
You guys are currently quite overwhelmed. Or at least you specifically.
Wait, so if I disengage, I can only disengage one person, and then the other person can attack me, correct?
Yeah, he's gonna swing on your ass.
Okay, I'll do that.
Do what?
I'll disengage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one guy's gonna
I'll
take a swing at you, though.
All right, that's fine.
All right. So
I'll
where are
take
you going?
I'll take it. Okay, so if I disengage, is it possible for me to go over here and then they only get one attack on me?
Yeah. So basically, the way that I'm understanding your request is you're going to basically just go this direction, and then you're just gonna have to. One guy is engaged, but you have to dodge the second guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
Basically. Okay.
Yeah.
All
One guy
I'll
does
try
confirm
that.
on you. I'm assuming 16 hits.
Yeah, that hits.
He's gonna cut you for 2.
All right.
All right. So what you doing over there?
Okay, when I get over there, I will. I don't know if it would be an action to free these people or free one of them, but I will say the only way you get out of here alive is if you help us, and I'll unlock the cages.
Okay. We'll say it takes a half action just to get the door and the bolt off, so you can get 2 of them out per turn.
Okay.
Yep. So you're
Okay.
they just kind of nod at you, weakly, but they do get up.
Okay.
So you're gonna unleash the townspeople on them.
Yep. I mean.
All right. Alrighty. God, this is bloodbath. All right. So, just for the sake of time, because it is 8:40, we will do one more full turn, and then we're gonna take a pause on it. Okay.
Okay.
So, Sam, we'll start. So by the end of your turn, Sam, that will be the end of this session.
Okay.
Okay. So, with that, we've got Goofy Goober 1 and Goofy Goober 2. The first one's gonna turn after being shot at by a 50 caliber, and he's gonna go after the currently pretending to be on the ground dead child, and he's gonna roll D20, and he's gonna have it fucking advantage because she's on the ground. Wow, impressive. And ends up running over, tripping on some blood, and fucking proning himself like a goddamn champ. My fucking god. Other guy is going to see this and try to go help his friend. He's gonna turn and just walk over there, and he's gonna try and take an attack with advantage. Oh my god! Okay, he manages to get 1 of the attacks off. Des, does a 12 hit you?
Is Des still in the call?
This isn't.
I thought she was. Oh, that's right. No, she just said she was spirit back.
Yeah.
Let me know if you get anything.
Yep. You don't need anything.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Okay, she's taking 2. I'm gonna just mark her as 2 damage for now because I don't think 2 kills her anyways. So they just go over and start trying to fight the not conscious.
The down child.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's their turns. The guy that's next to Li Jiang is gonna try and roll. Does a 12 hit, Aiden? Is Aiden also AFK?
I'm not sure.
He was here a moment ago.
Okay.
Wasn't he just here?
Okay.
Aiden.
Well, he's gonna take a whopping 1 extra damage. So I think he's currently at 9, so I'll put him to 8. I just need to make sure that we communicate that to him. But I don't think he's down and out, so he'll be okay.
Mm.
Okay, the guy that's currently by the body is just gonna continue running towards the stairs, and he's gonna start heading up the stairs. So he'll be up the stairs next round. The man in the suit, who is currently without a gun, is gonna buckle up, and he's gonna start floating. There's not enough people currently in here to respond, but I guess he's just gonna move over, and he's just gonna fucking square up on Aiden.
Wait, do I get a stab at him?
Yes, you do. You do get a reaction stab.
I believe in the stabs.
You do not. Wait, hang on. He's got no armor. Hang on. I gotta look at the pilot roster. I have to see if he has, because I think he has an evade. His evasion is 9. So yeah, you do miss.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Just to give you a rundown, a man stabbed you for 1 damage, and you're about to get squared up on by the man in the suit.
Cool.
And Des is getting kicked on the ground.
And Death's getting kicked, yeah, by a bunch of people. So
Revenge kicked a child.
because you shot off his gun, he's just gonna square up and try and punch you. Oh my god, this is a fucking meme. All right, so he's gonna try and fucking punch you, misses hard, and he just goes fucking. He like overshoots his shot, and like crumples into the fucking wall over here. Oh my god, everyone's just stepping on banana peels today. So he's proned on the floor over there, and that's his turn. Is Des back?
That is a no.
All right, so that's her turn then, because through the combat timer, I'm not gonna wait. All right, Pyro. Moving back up to you.
Cool. I'm gonna position myself next to the door.
Okay.
Still invisible.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna hold my action until the dudes outside come in.
Okay, so you're gonna go into like an Overwatch?
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. So, that works out perfectly because with the dudes now, the door next to you just gets fucking blown off its hinges and goes flying into the room. And let me just switch back to that. I'll let you go ahead. So the first guy is gonna walk in, and you can start with that.
I guess are they coming in guns blazing, like looking for?
Yeah, guns drawn. Like, yes.
Okay. I'm just use my action to like hide over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna stay invisible then.
Yeah.
Okay. So then these guys are gonna continue using their movement turns. And they are going to stack up on the edge of the hole that you have created. And
Can I use my attack? Can I use an attack action?
you chose to move. That was your move.
Oh.
That's
No. You can move and take action in a turn.
correct. He called out that he was in Overwatch, so he used his action to set up in Overwatch.
Okay, hold on. Let me just double check here.
Yeah, because he set up, the door breached, he chose not to fire, and then said that he was going to move into the corner to just stay invisible.
Yep. Overwatch is a reaction.
Right.
Not an action.
Right, but it's the assault trooper's turn.
Ah.
Yeah,
Then I'm waiting in the corner.
correct. That's why you had said that you'd made the call that you were not going to shoot the guys as they entered.
Okay, sorry. I'm confused now.
No, you're good. So, from the tops, before they engaged, you're just going to hear, Cultivation Police! Everybody get down! Hands up! Guns down! And that is their turn. They do not fire on anybody. Li Jiang, it
Oh,
is
they have a dancer. Oh.
your turn. What you gonna do?
Well, honestly, I'm scared of the police up there, so you're right. Hands up. I'm gonna roll over and hands up.
Okay. That is your turn then.
Go on to Overwatch as well.
Okay, fair enough. Helios, you are currently invisible.
Yep. Let me see here. Oh. I'm actually gonna closely follow this man.
Mhm.
So, since he gets picked up on the sensor, it looks like I'm a part of him.
Okay, that works. Anything else?
I will be hiding.
Perfect. All right.
Super.
So the people in the cages, they do hear this and they begin trying to. They will each spend a turn trying to like move. And for every person that runs, you just hear, and just literally just rounds rip and shred them apart.
Well, I tried.
Damn.
The three that kind of head towards the hole just absolutely annihilated. The one guy who looks like he's sleeping on the ground is not like around the edge and kind of like he decided to make like a beeline to the corner. Is still alive, but sees this and immediately drops in terror. And that is where we're going to call it for today, as we are now back to Sam.
All right.
Oh Lord, y'all just kicked the fucking beehive. Alrighty, so
Make it explosive.
let me click and drag it back up to here, and let me just do this real fast, do that real fast. Okay, so we are halfway through the combat as this escalated beyond my wildest imagination, so here we are. But starting from the top, Mr. Li Jiang, can you give us a rose, a bud, and a thorn, please? Should we circle back?
Yeah.
Okay, Kip.
Can we circle back? My brain is empty right now.
Okay, Dot.
All right, Rose Combat BB, we're finally here.
Yeah.
Thorn, all this chipping because of like 3s and 2s. Kind of in general for both allies and enemies. It's kind of.
I can't believe I rolled 3 dice that were higher than 10. Everything else was single digit. I just, holy
but
shit.
just saying, instead of becoming like an epic scene of cultists and
Yeah.
ace shooters, it became stumble guys. It became fall guys essentially.
It became Fall Guys, yes.
So yeah, that would be the thorn. I do not know what the bud is.
A bud is something that you would like to see more of, or something that you would like to see improved. So like it's an opportunity if there's something that you like that's going on, or if there's something that you'd like to see more of, or something from the previous missions that you really enjoyed that you'd like to continue.
I got nothing for bud at the moment.
Okay, that's fair. Pyro.
Thorn, I don't like to stop combat in the middle of combat. I understand like time wise, but it always is hard to pick up later.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
because it's hard to remember what was going on beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the combat. I think we need to get better at it, but I think that's just going to come with time.
Yep.
Most of us figuring that out. So, but I like the combat. It was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your bud and thorn. Oh no, you did the thorn. What is your bud?
Uh, maybe looking at trying to either get the times where we can all start
Mhm.
earlier or something like that, so we don't have combat ending in the middle of the session.
Mhm.
But, yeah. Or actually figuring out like times for everybody to be here. Like I know Des wasn't here until like 6, so
Yeah, we'll need to. I think we'll need to take a look at the time anyways because she had mentioned that, and she's not here now. So I think that that might be more of a conversation of attendance that I'll have to have with her. Um, but everyone was pretty much here by 5:30 ish, which was good. Um,
Yeah.
I will say just because I was expecting there to be combat. I wasn't expecting it to go the way it did, but here we are. And yeah, I know that I wasn't expecting it to be so long, but I did know that we were going to have some. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, expect the plan to go off the rails exactly. Um, so no, it's good. Did you have anything else to add before I
No.
chimed in?
No.
Okay. Okay. So I will go with my rose. I'm glad to see that you guys are still continuing to be creative and you guys are adding, your own twists, even if it's, throwing C4 across a very active church. I like that you guys are staying in character. You're still doing what your characters would reasonably do for your characters. I think that that's fantastic. I don't want to discourage that. I will say that if you do make a call out, I'm definitely going to pick up on it. A thorn that I have. I think my thorn is more with my own knowledge of the combat system. That's something that I know that like I'm asking a lot of questions. So like usually as the DM or GM, whatever, that's usually my job is to know more or less everything with Lancer specifically because of how many like sub traits and other little like niche things there are. I'm still kind of
So-
learning a lot of it.
So my thing, at least as a DM,
Mm.
for that regards, is not necessarily to like, if you don't know the rule, the way I've always thought
Mhm.
of it, I think
Mhm.
that's the best way to do it. Don't worry about it. Either house rule something and then figure out what it is and do it later,
Mhm.
or you for certain things like you don't have to do a ruling. It can just be yeah, you do it because it's the rule of cool kind of thing.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. So yeah, just kind of continuing to work on that basically.
Yeah.
And then Bud. I really like that you guys are still continuing to kind of add your own creative ways to it. I mean, bombing the church wasn't the way that I was expecting it to go because now there's obviously going to be a natural escalation. That escalation wasn't at all, to be honest, what I was expecting to plan for. But again, that's why I really enjoy the group that we have because you guys come up with these really off the wall kind of things, and getting to kind of plan and build around it is one of the things that I just absolutely love about playing with the session. So I definitely don't want to discourage that. I will warn, just for the sake of warning, these guys don't fire with their safeties on, if that makes sense. So they're gonna shoot to kill. They're gonna, if you fuck around, you're gonna find out. I do want to warn because I do like to play with with lethality enabled, but I do like to try and keep it within moderation. Obviously, I'm not out here trying to murk you guys at the first sign, but if there's a chance that a mech will try and just fucking skull punch you in and kill you outright, he's gonna try for it. So, but yeah, that's my rose, my thorn, my bud. Aiden, let's circle back to you now.
Rose, I got to blow up a church. That's pretty neat.
Then Pyro did.
Pyro did,
I
yeah.
got
You
to
just
blow
blew
up
up a man
church.
very aggressively.
I got to blow up a church.
Mhm.
Correction, I blew up the church. You made the
He's-
pair of boots stand on their own.
He's my avatar. He works through me.
I am an agent of chaos.
He is an agent.
Legalize nuclear bombs. Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
Torn.
Mhm.
I was hoping. I guess it's everybody. It's bi-weekly. I want to do mechs soon
Mhm.
because I want my Yamamoto, but I understand it's gonna take a hot minute. But also, I want to do that sooner rather than later. I don't mind small person combat,
Mhm.
but mech.
Mhm.
And Bud, something I want to see more of.
So Bud's supposed to be what can be,
Improved.
or not just improved, but new ideas that you want to actually have something come from, things like that. So,
Yeah, what the other probably more qualified DM said.
no, I'm nowhere near more qualified. You probably have better role playing than I do.
I appreciate
I'm
that.
just better at a lot of the combat stuff.
That's that. Yeah. Hey, I'll take that. I'll absolutely take that.
Yeah.
As Aiden and Dot can probably both say that my games are like a war game.
My Thorn was pretty much also a Bud, so
Okay.
I just want to see. I want to do mech soon. That's pretty much it.
I will say, I know because of how long it is until our next sessions. That's also kind of that causes
Yeah.
longness in the heart. To be fair, there it is planned for sooner than later, but how do I phrase this? The road that you guys have taken is a bit longer than the road that I had laid out, so it is still coming. I do want to promise that it might just be a few more steps because now you have the active police looking for terrorists.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's how all the campaigns go.
So,
I'd love to find it.
so I do want to reassure you, it is there. I don't want like it within the next probably 5 or 6 sessions, depending on how it goes. I do expect you guys to be very close, if not getting in them by then. Yep, your turn.
Oh, okay. Rose. I like the fact that I gotta shoot someone with a shotgun. That's pretty cool. I think my thorn and bud is mainly just for yeah. I just love violence. I think my thorn is also gonna be a bud.
Okay.
It's both. It's
Okay.
mainly for myself to just learn the combat better.
Mm.
Because like I was like very confused
Okay, fair enough.
for like a second there. So
It entered that basement. And
Actually,
that
I
gives-
was.
dude, I entered that basement. I did not expect things to go that way at all.
Oh, you're fucking telling me.
I don't even know why we wanted to go in the basement.
Well, because I wanted to like take him down from the inside, work our way like fucking just get up to the Reverend by joining his part of the cult, and then shit.
Yeah.
One thing led to another. Dane.
One-
I'm not
one
gonna
thing
lie,
led
I
to
was
another with
legitimately
church to the
surprised at the end of it that I wasn't the reason that combat got kicked off because I refused to kill a rabbit.
Yeah, and then you put down the rabbit. You don't know where it was during the explosion.
No, he's in my backpack.
He's in his backpack. Yeah, technically speaking, he's still good. No,
He's in the ice cream machine.
He's in my little satchel bag.
no, it was the man raising the fucking bomb detonator, going, "I've got a bomb." Crazy how that happens, you know?
It wasn't the
do
suicide
be like
bomber.
that
It was the dude threatening to bomb somebody else.
Cool. All right. Any last questions, comments, concerns before we close out?
So, like, the other guys are definitely probably going to prison, right?
Oh, I'm for sure going to prison again.
That's
me and Dot are
kind
the
of
only
up for
two
you
who
guys to
have-
figure out.
yeah.
It's a spicy situation, but there's, you never know how the wind blows.
I can claim
Yeah.
self-defense.
All right, with that, the scene is closed. You guys are free to go. Thank you so much for being here. I will ping you guys for the next session.
All right, gamer.
Definitely need to plan for, if we need to shoot for like 5:30 to 8:30, that's totally cool, but definitely need to figure out what time will work best. I will talk to Des kind of independently. We'll see what's going on with that, but if everyone's still good, again, we'll figure it out in the session, all right?
All right.
Cool. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great night. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.
All right. Later.
Bye.